The competition pool has now... Am I on? The competition pool is now closed. Could all swimmers and coaches please clear the pool? The competition pool has now closed. Could all swimmers and coaches please clear the pool?
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to our 2025 Mattioli Victorian Age Long Course Championships. It is session 9, finals day 5, and boy, do we have an action-packed evening for you all this evening.
We welcome our technical officials to pool deck. Introducing our technical director, Heather O'Connor. Our referee for the men's event, Linda Antherson. And for the women's event, Len Hanley. Our starter for the men's event, Robin Miller. And for the women's events, Adrian Maloney. Our technical officials are invited to be seated.
What a great morning of swimming here at the 2025-2026 Mattioli Victorian Age Long Course Championships. We finished the morning off with some fantastic 800s for our 12 to 14-year-olds. They really set the standard. We saw them swim in the 1500s earlier in the meet. I think they lifted once again in those 800s. Across all the 6 different age categories we had great races in every single age category, massive personal bests, and a lot of national qualifying times. Tonight, we're looking forward to some great 400-metre individual medley finals with Leanne Bedell and Harry McCraw going to go head-to-head in the boys' 15 years. We're also seeing some great swimmings from our 16-year-old boys in the 50 freestyle, where about 5 of them are in contention to take that gold medal out. Following on from that, the girls' 12 years 50 freestyle was another fantastic swim with nearly 20 swimmers going under 30 seconds and all 10 swimmers for tonight in a chance with the medals. So make sure you join us, and we look forward, and congratulations to all swimmers who are competing tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, get loud, get excited. Our night 5 finals are almost ready to begin in 3, 2, 1, and away we go.
Introducing our finalists for event 144, the girls' 15-year-old 400-metre individual medley. In lane 1 from Howick, Pakuranga, New Zealand, Sophia Neems. In lane 2 from Geelong Swimming Club, Summer Morgan. In lane 3 from Japan, Momoko Yamada. In lane 4 from Swimming SA, Emily Daunt. In lane 5 from Nunawading, Keela Enters. In lane 6 from Melbourne Vic Centre, Mia Mifsud. And in lane 7 from Nunawading, Zoe Gant. These are your finalists for event 144, the girls' 15-year-old 400-metre individual medley.
Into the water and away we go with our first event on the program this evening, the 400 metre individual medley for our 15-year-olds. What a race to kick us off tonight. Probably one of the hardest swims at the competition, and personally one of my favourites to not only race but to coach. So let's see what the girls can do in this one.
And down the first 50, it is Mia Misford who's going to lead after a really strong opening leg of butterfly.
Mia will take us through in a 31.4 ahead of Kayla, 31.92 with Emily Daunt sitting in third. Now, there's a few different strengths within this particular field. If you've been watching across the last few nights of competitions, you'll certainly know that Emily Daunt is a very talented young breaststroker. So I think a few of these girls are going to want to try and separate themselves from her early, but she's doing a great job in this butterfly leg.
So those first three are starting to clear out from the rest of the field ever so slightly as we approach the fly to backstroke turn. So it'll be Kayla who leads through in a 108.24, Mia sitting in second place and Emily in third. Not to be discounted is Momoka in lane 3.
As we shift through into the backstroke, a few little elements we were looking for. Trying to stay light on the legs. We know the breaststroke is coming up, and that's going to really utilize a lot of power from your legs and your feet throughout that one. So we want to keep our legs at the surface of the water so they're not dragging too far behind. If we look across the field, those girls after the butterfly, they were out a little bit further in front, but we're just starting to see a couple of the girls creeping back within distance of our lead pack as they go around at the 150. It will still be Kayla ahead of Emily with Mia in third.
Fantastic race from our top three girls, less than 3/4 of a second separating them halfway through this backstroke leg. Kayla's starting to assert her dominance in this second 50 of backstroke. She moves slightly clear of the rest of the field with Emily on her shoulder and Mia half a body length further behind. So we are coming towards that all-important back to breaststroke transition, and this is where we expect Emily to make her move.
Yeah, I'd like to see the girls almost slightly speed up coming into this turn, make sure they get plenty of pressure on that water and maintain their momentum on that split stroke. As we watch our leaders go around, there's not a lot separating them. In fact, only 2 100ths on the touch there. And their entry times are about a second apart. So we knew this was going to be a fairly close race on paper, and it's playing out just that way. Mia Mifsud is still holding on to that third place spot here, ahead of Momoko with Summer not too far behind.
So as expected, Emily has taken over the lead in this breaststroke leg. Currently has a body length lead, and she's looking to extend it as she works into this second half of her breaststroke leg. She's using her strength to her advantage, keeping that stroke nice and long, really driving forward off those legs.
Now remember, at the conclusion of the breaststroke, there is still 2 laps of freestyle, and if you've overutilized too much energy in this particular leg and don't have anything left to come home with, that gap can narrow quite substantially. I know Kayla's quite a fit young athlete. She does a lot of backing up across multiple events, so she might still have a little bit left in the tank as we come through into the freestyle, but at this point, Emily's starting to put quite the distance on the other girls.
So Emily does continue to build that lead as we approach our last transition from breaststroke into freestyle. She leads by 3.5 metres over Kayla, who's going to chase her down throughout this 100 of freestyle. Mia's just holding on to Momoka in third place.
Yeah, keep an eye on that back half of the field as well. We are looking for our Victorian medalists in this pack. Who's currently sitting, it will be Kayla out in front looking for that gold medal. The race between Mia and Summer for the silver and bronze as they come into the last 2 laps of our 400 IM.
So as we head down into this final turn, the margin between our 2 leaders has remained unchanged in this opening 50. If anything, it's starting to tighten up with 50 metres left to swim. So could we see Kayla make a big move in this last 50?
Yeah, she's about 2 seconds behind. Her split was about 0.6 faster on the last 50. I can see the teammates on the side telling her to bring in the legs. A big effort from her. I don't know whether she's going to have quite enough pull left to catch up. She has reduced this gap quite substantially within the freestyle, but Emily has done enough as she comes down to the touch. It will be Emily Daunt in a 5:06.77 ahead of Kayla 5:07.98 with Mia Mifsud onto the wall in third, 5:15.21, followed by our bronze medal winning Victorian, which will be Summer Morgan in 5:22.01.
Introducing the finalists for event 145, the boys 15-year-old 400-metre IM. In lane 0 from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Mark Aban. In lane 1 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Michael Fan. In lane 2 from Japan, Kento Nakayama. In lane 3 from MLC Aquatic, Harold Zhu. In lane 4 from Ivanhoe Swim, Leon Fidal. In lane 5 from Henley and Grange, Eric Cunningham. In lane 6 from Ivanhoe Swim, Kaisei Komitjima. In lane 7 from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Kaylin Theodore. In lane 8 from Nana Cheltenham Swimming Club, Daniel Vinci. And in lane 9 from Camberwell Grammar, Cade Faulkner. These are your finalists for event 145, the boys 15-year-old 400-metre IM.
Into the water now with our men's 15-year-old 400-metre individual medley, and getting away very quickly out in lane 6 was Kaisei Kojima from Ivanhoe Swim. A beautiful butterfly leg from him to set up this race.
Yeah, really strong opening 50 from Kaisei, and he will lead through the 50-metre turn. And sitting in second place is Harold.
So the boys now coming through this butterfly leg into transition for their backstroke. It will be Kaisei Kojima in lane 6 ahead of Harold Zhu. And then Eric Cunningham looks to be sitting in that third place spot as they go around for the backstroke. Once again, when we watch these 400 IMs, we can see that lead swap and change a little bit, almost like internal games of cat and mouse between where your strengths lie, as we now start to see Leon Vidal move through. I'm enjoying watching him starting to make a bit of a move in the backstroke, because we know that he's a great breaststroker. Came home with a gold medal in the breaststroke last night, so we'll see if he can continue to progress through this leg and then even catch up and have the lead going into the breaststroke. He'd be in a very confident position there.
So Kaisei continues to lead. Sitting in second place is Michael Fan, with Leon now into third place. And if he can continue to make a move here in this second 50 of backstroke, the rest of the field is going to be very worried.
They certainly are. We know the breaststroke leg in any medley can be a bit of a game changer, particularly the 400. It's the longest time we spend doing any of the strokes, so there's that ability to change, to catch up and gain a lot of speed or gain a lot of distance on the athletes out in front if they aren't quite as strong. But Kaisei Kojima out in lane 6 doing a great job. He remains your leader at the halfway point, turns in a 2:18.57. Michael Fan, good backstroke from him as well. He's turned in second ahead of Kento Nakayama.
So we've moved into that all-important breaststroke leg, and it's quickly becoming an Ivanhoe swim 1-2, as Leon has moved into second place as he chases down his teammate who's been our leader since the gun. So as we work our way to the halfway mark of our breaststroke, Leon has moved up alongside Kaisei, and that battle for third just keeps tightening up, with Kento holding a slight advantage.
But Leon now out in that lead. So what I'm liking seeing from Leon is that ability to hold that glide phase of his breaststroke. He's not overworking it. He's using a nice efficient technique or style of breaststroke. Really hits that streamline, and he's not really working as he's in that glide position, but he's still continuing to progress forward and extend that lead. So we look to the rest of the field. Kento in lane 2 starting to push up and challenge Kaisei Kojima for that second place spot, with Harold Zhu sitting in 4th, but second Victorian within this field.
So with 100 metres left to swim, the only swimmer who's been able to split under 40 seconds for their breaststroke leg, Leon Vidal, did it 2 times on both the first and second 50 of breaststroke, and has pulled well clear of the rest of the field. Kaisei Kojima continues to hold on to second place, just ahead of Kento. Also swimming really strongly is Harold Zhu, who holds on to that medal position for our Victorians as he races down into this freestyle leg.
50 metres to go now for your leader in lane 4, Leon Vidal. He split a 33, so very similar to the other boys around him. I don't think anyone is catching up on this lead. Great performance for him. The battle for that second place spot, though, Kaisei Kojima and Kento, they are truly, absolutely challenging one another down this final 50. Not a lot separating them. Looks like Kento might have just overtaken. As we come into the finish, though, your winner will be Leon Vidal in a 4:45.36. Big celebration there. Kento in second Victorian Kaisei, and then your bronze medalist from Victoria will be Harold Zhu out of lane 3.
Announcing the medalists for event 144, the girls' 15-year-old 400-metre individual medley. Winner of the bronze medal from Geelong, Summer Morgan. Winner of the silver medal from Melbourne Vic Centre, Mia Mifsud. Winner of the gold visitor medal from Swimming SA in a time of 5:06.77, Emily Daunt. And winner of the gold Victorian medal from Nunawading in a time of 5:07.98, Keela Enters. Introducing the finalists for event 146, the girls' 16-year-old 50-metre freestyle. In lane 0 from Caulfield Aquatics, Zali Schneiders. In lane 1 from Caulfield Aquatics, Caitlin Ord. In lane 2 from Nunawading, Celeste Chang. In lane 3 from Caulfield Aquatics, Arabella Tomlinson. In lane 4 from Northern Territory, Macy Sheridan. In lane 5 from Melbourne Vic Centre, Elizabeth Mack. In lane 6 from Swimming SA, Allegra Crean. In lane 7 from Bayside Swimming, Alyssa Meddings. In lane 8 from Bendigo East, Zara Arnolds. And in lane 9 from Nunawading, Lucy Doyle. These are your finalists for event 146, the girls' 16-year-old 50-metre freestyle.
Away we go now with our 50 freestyle 16-year-old girls. Keep your eyes peeled. Don't blink because you will miss this one. It's going to be fast. Out through to the 25 in the lead will be lane 4, Macy Sheridan. She had a good advantage coming into this final on paper. Great swim over in lane 1 by Caitlin Ord. Out in front in for that second place spot. First Victorian, but blanket finish on the wall. It will be Macy Sheridan in first. Arabella Tomlinson first Victorian. Elizabeth Mack second Victorian, and then our third Victorian, Celeste Chang. Close one from the girls. Say them a little slower. You can be looking for the next.
Announcing the medalists for event 145, the boys' 15-year-old 400-metre individual medley. Winner of the bronze medal from MLC Aquatic, Harold Zhu. Winner of the silver medal from Ivanhoe Swim, Kaisei Kojima. Winner of the gold visitor medal in a time of 4:49.30 from Japan, Kento Nakayama. And winner of the gold Victorian medal in a time of 4:45.36 from Ivanhoe Swim, Leon Vidal. Introducing the finalists for event 147, the boys' 16-year-old 50-metre freestyle. In lane 0 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Will Leo. In lane 1 from Furbank Aquastars, William Tan. In lane 2 from Ivanhoe Swim, Eli Billman. In lane 3 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Luca Brown. In lane 4 from Northern Territory, Liam Brown. In lane 5 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Bart Oporowicz. In lane 6 from Launceston Aquatic, Steve Hansen. In lane 7 from Caulfield Aquatics, William Goldstraw. In lane 8 from Nunawading, Lewis G. In lane 9 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Gianluca Pariticio. These are your finalists for event 147, the boys' 16-year-old 50-metre freestyle.
And Bart pops up right at that 15-metre mark and has a clear advantage over the rest of the field. But through the 25, Eli Billman starts to make a move. Luca Brown is also swimming very strongly. But Bart has a half body length lead over the rest of the field with 5 metres left to swim here. And he's going to comfortably take this one out in a 23.49. What a swim there. Luca Brown in second, Liam Brown in third, with Eli Billman third Victorian.
Announcing the medalists for event 146, the girls' 16-year-old 50-metre freestyle. Winner of the bronze medal from Nunawading, Celeste Chang. Winner of the silver medal from Melbourne Vic Centre, Elizabeth Mack. Winner of the gold visitor medal in a time of 26.07 from the Northern Territory, Macy Sheridan. And winner of the gold Victorian medal in a time of 27.03 from Caulfield Aquatics, Arabella Tomlinson. Introducing the finalists for event 148, the girls 17 to 18 50-metre freestyle. In lane 0 from Melbourne Vic Centre, Eliza Houghton. In lane 1 from Howick, Paringa, New Zealand, Mia Laban. In lane 2 from Traralgon, Jessica Whiting. In lane 3 from Melbourne Vic Centre, Sophie Jacker. In lane 4 from Camberwell Grammar, Gabrielle King. In lane 5 from Swimming SA, Alinta Dingwall. In lane 6 from MLC Aquatic, Rihanna Chen. In lane 7 from Surrey Park, Yuji Liu. In lane 8 from Warragul, Genevieve Dennis. And in lane 9 from Ballarat Gold, Claire Matheson. These are your finalists for event 148, the girls 17 to 18 50-metre freestyle.
And what a start in the centre of the pool from Gabrielle King. She leads by a half body length through that first 15 metres. Also swimming really well is Sophie Jacker. She currently sits in second place, just ahead of Jessica Whiting. With 15 metres left to swim, Gabrielle King continues to extend her lead. Sophie Jacker's sitting comfortably in second place, but that battle for third is incredibly tight. It will be Gabrielle King who takes out the title at 26-2. Ahead of Sophie Jacker, with Yushi Liu in third.
Could I please ask that all backstroke ledge volunteers make their way down to pool deck? Announcing the medalists for event 147, the boys 16-year-old 50-metre freestyle. Winner of the bronze medal from Ivanhoe Swim, Eli Billman. Winner of the bronze visitor medal from Northern Territory, Liam Brown. Winner of the silver medal from Melbourne, Luca Brown. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 2:23.49 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Bart Oporowicz. Please welcome our gold medalist, who is now down on pool deck with Kalia.
John, Bart, what a swim. From the get-go, you absolutely flew off the block, probably one of the fastest reactions in the pool, and it looked to be in your control that whole race. What was the game plan coming into tonight?
Oh, Coach, he knows me well, you know. You got to work your strengths, and he just said, mate, just got to kill him. So, you know, I followed my orders and turned out to work.
Now, I've been dying for this interview because I need to let everyone know to get around the Barty Party. This is what we've been referring to you as for a while. You train so hard, you're really committed and dedicated. You travel quite a distance to get to training and things like that. How do you maintain that consistency and that commitment level?
Oh, I've got to give it all to my parents, you know. They're always making sure I got my chicken and rice ready for dinner. You know, they're always ready at 4 a.m, ready to take me to training. So, yeah, it's all thanks to them.
Now, your goal tonight was to go sub 23.5, and you've done exactly that. When are we going to see the 22 from you?
Soon enough, soon enough.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on your win tonight.
Thank you, thank you.
Introducing our finalists for event 149, the boys 17 to 18 50-metre freestyle. In lane 0 from Gisborne Thunder, Jeff Connor. In lane 1 from Westbourne Swim Club, Owen Kruger. In lane 2 from Swimming SA, Luke Montes. In lane 3 from Camberwell Grammar, Sam Welsh. In lane 4 from Swimming SA, Fred Hassel. In lane 5 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Felix Dressel de Bruin. In lane 6 from Traralgon, Ashley Nichols. In lane 7 from Caulfield Aquatics, Tian Berger. In lane 8, from Caulfield Aquatics, Adonis Giotopoulos. And in lane 9, from Melbourne Swimming Club, Shanghao Jin. These are your finalists for event 149, the boys 17 to 18 50-metre freestyle.
Popping up in the lead is Felix Dressel-De Bruyn through that first 15 metres, but it's a really tight battle between him and Ashley Nichols through the 25. Also coming strongly in lane 4 is Fred Haskell. Those three have cleared out a little bit from the rest of the field with 5 metres left to swim. It's all going to be on the touch between Fred and Ashley as they go down to the wall. It will be Fred who gets the touch in 23.18. Ashley's in second, winning the gold for Victoria. Felix second Victorian, and Sam Welsh in third.
Announcing the medalists for event 148, the girls 17 to 18 50-metre freestyle. Winner of the bronze medal from Surrey Park, Yuji Liu. Winner of the silver medal from Melbourne Vic Centre, Sophie Jacker. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 26.27 from Camberwell Grammar, Gabrielle King. Introducing timed final number 1 for event 150, the girls 12 to 18 100-metre backstroke multiclass. In lane 0 from Essendon, Molly Griffin. In lane 1 from Warragul, Tyra Jensen. In lane 2 from Northern Territory, Aiko Buckland. In lane 3 from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Scarlett Morgan. In lane 4 from Bendigo Hawks, Adele York. In lane 5 from Sales Swimming Club, Mackenzie Gibbs. In lane 6 from Bendigo East, Michaela Soko. In lane 7 from Kent Town, Flora Braithwaite. In lane 8 from Northern Territory, Sarah Hancock. And in lane 9 from Melbourne, Emily Cook.
Away we go now with our 12 to 18-year-old girls 100-metre backstroke for multi-class. Keep in mind we have 2 timed finals in this event tonight. Across the board there are 3 age groups that we're looking to see and find our medalists from. So our 12-13 years, our 14-15s and then our 16 to 18s. We also have different classifications within the one race. So some of these guys will be direct competition of one another in the same classification, and others we will make sure that we go to that FINA point system, our para point system closest to the world record gets the most points in each classification, and that was how we determine our winners. As we go into that 50-metre turn, it will be Mackenzie Gibbs who leads us around ahead of Scarlett Morgan, and Michaela Soko into third on the turn.
Yes, Mackenzie's putting together a really good performance. She's one of our S10 athletes at 13 years of age out of Sales Swimming Club. She's got 25 metres left to swim, and she's keeping that tempo up nice and high as she works her way under that false start rope with 15 left to swim. The battle behind her, the second to the wall, is going to be incredibly tight between Michaela and Flora. But it will be Mackenzie who touches the wall first in a 1:22.55, knocking off a huge amount of time from her personal best. With Flora touching in second, Mackenzie in third, and Scarlett in fourth.
Keeping an eye on some of the girls in these outside lanes. We do have, as I said, multiple classifications as we watch Sarah Hancock come down under the flag. She's one of our S6 swimmers. Of course, on the far side, Molly Griffin, one of our S7s, and then Emily Cook in lane 9, S9. So they'll come down to touch, hopefully getting some nice new personal bests as Molly takes 2 seconds off her entry time. And Emily touches the wall there in a 2:04.29.
Introducing timed final number 2 of event 150, the girls 12 to 18 100 metre backstroke. In lane 0 from Warragul, Ceres Nicholson. In lane 1 from Warragul, Ava Dennis. In lane 2 from Geelong Swimming Club, Evie Lee. In lane 3 from Swimming SA, Paige Duffy. In lane 4 from Wakanti Swimming Club New Zealand, Chloe Goldwyn. In lane 5 from Ivanhoe Swim, Grace Ryder. In lane 6 from Nunawading, Abigail Garbellini. In lane 7 from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Jessica McDermott. In lane 8 from Geelong Swimming Club, Brianna Binns. And in lane 9 from Northern Territory, Shannon Gleeson.
And our timed final number 2 in the water now. We saw some great personal bests out of our first timed final for the girls. Saw some great swims, particularly from our youngsters. There were a pile of our 13-year-olds and a couple of 12-year-olds earlier on. We have some of our more mature, our more experienced athletes within this heat. Our qualifiers in the centre of the pool, both 18 years of age, as they come into that halfway point. Doing well over in lane 1 is Ava Dennis, but it will be Chloe Gladwin that leads us through in a 37.44.
Yes, our 18-year-old athlete from New Zealand is the first through that opening 50. She's one of our S19 athletes. She continues to lead over Ava Dennis, who's also in that same classification. So they're getting to have a head-to-head race.
Yeah, this particular heat will be a little bit easier to know where a lot of these girls stand. You do have to work out the age groups, but everyone in this field is in that S19 category, aside from Paige Duffy. So the placings will play out the same, their point scores, as the placings on the board for those S19 swimmers.
So it is Chloe who touches the wall first, ahead of Ava, with Abigail into the wall in third. Paige Duffy, our S14 athlete, was the fourth into the finish there in our second heat.
Announcing the medalists for event 149, the boys 17 to 18 50 metre freestyle. Winner of the bronze medal from Camberwell Grammar, Sam Welsh. winner of the silver medal from Melbourne Swimming Club, Felix Dressel de Bruin. Winner of the gold medal in a time of 23.18 from Swimming SA, Fred Hassal. Winner of the gold Victorian medal in a time of 23.22 from Traralgon, Ashley Nichols. Introducing timed final number 1 of event 151, the boys 12 to 18 100 metre backstroke multiclass. In lane 3 from South Gippsland Bass, Luke Wilson. In lane 4 from Northern Territory, Fletcher Hewitt. And in lane 5 from South Gippsland Bass, Darby Smith.
And we're underway here in our opening time final of our boys 12 to 18 100 metre backstroke multi-class, and a really strong start from our visitor from the Northern Territory, Fletcher, in the centre of the pool, keeping that stroke rate nice and high as he attacks that opening 25. It's good to see that him and Darby next to each other are both going to be in our 12-13 years age category. Both S19 swimmers, so they get to have that head-to-head race, and they're definitely living up to a fantastic race here in this opening 50.
Yeah, it certainly takes some calculations out of this for myself, which is always useful. We do have one more 12, 13-year-old coming up in our second time finals, so we'll have some of those placings sorted out by the end of this particular heat or time final tonight. Turning through in third was Luke Wilson, though. He's 14 years of age and also in a different classification, one of our S14 athletes. So we'll have to wait till the boys in the next time final come along to see where he will be in those final standings. As we look to the entry times for these boys, Fletcher Hewitt has come into this race with a 132.2, so he's turned in a 43, set himself up with a really great chance of getting a solid personal best. As he's coming down under the flags, that clock ticking away, I think it'll be a nice time for him onto the wall, well under his entry time. 128.72 for Fletcher. Darby Smith touching the wall just behind in a 136.94, and then Luke Wilson makes his way under the flags down to touch in a 144.02.
Introducing timed final number 2 of event 151, the boys 12 to 18 100 metre backstroke multiclass. In lane 0 from Camberwell Grammar, Ming Zi Peng. In lane 1 from Westbourne Swim Club, William Forte. In lane 2 from Western Aquatic Academy, Joshua Briggs. In lane 3 from Traralgon, Lockie Bellion. In lane 4 from Northern Territory, Sean Dutch. In lane 5 from Warrnambool, Eli Kerr. In lane 6 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Cooper Harrington. In lane 7 from Pyalong Piranha Swimming Club, Matthew Skews. And in lane 8 from South Gippsland Bass, Levi Jarrett.
So we're underway in our second time final for our boys 12 to 18-year-olds 100 backstroke multi-class. And once again, it's our visitor from Northern Territory who's leading us out. Sean, off to a really strong start in this opening 25, attacking this first 50 with lots of venom.
Yeah, I saw him having a little bit of a dance behind the block, so we do know happy swimmers always make fast swimmers. He was prepared and ready to go. He'll turn in first in a 34.60. The rest of our field quite a lot closer together there. 37s for the next three athletes in Lockie Bellion, Eli Kerr and Cooper Harrington. So they are very, very close as we come down to this second 50. But Sean, ripper first lap, and he's not slowing down anytime soon.
No, he's just like in the first heat. His Northern Territory teammate put on a good display with Fletcher. Sean stepping up and doing that again. And he's finishing really strongly in this second 50 as he comes underneath the flags and down to touch in a 1:11.18, taking off a nice couple of seconds from his entry time there with a PB. Eli's second to the wall, closely followed by Lockie, with Cooper Harrington not far behind.
Introducing the finalists for event 152, the girls' 12-year-old 100-metre backstroke. In lane 0 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Ray Kazang. In lane 1 from Surrey Park, Mia Clements. In lane 2 from Phoenix Aquatics New Zealand, April Lynn. In lane 3 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Charlotte Ford. In lane 4 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Victoria Dang. In lane 5 from Japan, Rina Kano. In lane 6 from Western Aquatic, Erin Sun. In lane 7 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Lucy Olsen. In lane 8 from Surrey Park, Zia Lee. And in lane 9 from Oasis Otters, Julia Trin. These are your finalists for event 152, the girls' 12-year-old 100-metre backstroke.
It's our young superstars in the pool again, our 12-year-olds. This has been a phenomenal age group. We've seen some very fast swims from these girls across the past few days. It was an incredible start in lane 5 by Rina Kano. She was out to that early lead ahead of Charlotte Ford in lane 3, and it looks to be Victoria Dang sitting in that third place spot, fairly close with April Lynn as they come into that 50-metre turn.
So it will be Rena who leads through at the 50, followed by Charlotte, with Victoria sitting in third place. Victoria's put in a really strong second 50 in a lot of her races, so she'll look to challenge Charlotte down this second 50, but out in front, it is all Rena.
Yeah, these girls raced their 200-metre backstroke the other evening, and the results played out pretty similarly to what we are seeing here. Victoria now starting to move up in this field. She's trying to catch up to Rena and Charlotte. It looks like Rena out in front of Charlotte, but Charlotte is storming home, as is Victoria. It's going to be close between our girls in 3 and 5. It will be Rena who gets the touch, one of our visitors, 109.17. Gold medalist for Victoria, Charlotte Ford, 109.32. Your Victorian silver medalist is Victoria in a 110.12, meaning your bronze medalist out in lane 7, Lucy Olsen.
We're just having a Hawkeye review of this race. And so that world first technology that we've developed here in Victoria to make sure that we apply a fair standard to all officiating and backup timekeeping across the pool.
Introducing the finalists for event 153, the boys 12-year-old 100-metre backstroke. In lane 0 from Seymour and District Amateur, Darby Blackwell. In lane 1 from Geelong Swimming Club, Spencer Stanley. In lane 2 from Westbourne Swim Club, Emmanuel Comaling. In lane 3 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Hong Han Q. In lane 4 from Haileybury Swim Club, Yi Yang. In lane 5 from Wodonga, Billy Main. In lane 6 from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Thomas Grasso. In lane 7 from Geelong Swimming Club, William Zhang. In lane 8 from Tiger Shark Swimming Club, Lucas Yu. And in lane 9 from Sale Swimming Club, Zachary Gray. These are your finalists for event 153, the boys 12-year-old 100-metre backstroke.
So we're underway here in the final of our 12 years boys 100 backstroke, and a great start from Billy Main. He's been putting on fantastic performances through the opening 50s of all of his swims so far this meet. Yi Yang sitting in second place.
Yeah, this morning we saw Yi Yang have a nice second 50. He just continued to push through the field, so he could certainly come home well, but it will be Billy Main who turns in first. Nice buffer he has on the rest of the field here, out at 31.41. Let's see how well he can hang on. Yi Yang turns in second in a 33.07, with Thomas Grasso in third from lane 6. But Billy Main doesn't seem to be slowing down. If anything, he's picked up his speed with about 20 metres left to swim.
It is all Billy Main here for our 12-year-old boys. He's kept that stroke rate up nice and high throughout this 100. Yi Yang is finishing strong, but it is Billy Main who is going to take out the state title in an impressive 106.12. Yi Yang in second, with Hong Han in third.
Announcing the medalists for event 150, the girls 12 to 18, 100-metre backstroke multiclass. The 12 to 13-year-old age group, winner of the bronze medal from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Jessica McDermott. Winner of the silver Victorian medal from Bendigo East, Michaela Soko. Winner of the silver visitor medal from Swimming SA, Paige Duffy. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 1:22.55 from Sale Swimming Club, Mackenzie Gibbs. The 14 to 15-year-old age group, winner of the bronze medal from Geelong Swimming Club, Evie Lee. Winner of the silver medal from Nunawading, Abigail Garbellini. Winner of the gold Victorian medal in a time of 1:59.25 from Essendon, Molly Griffin. And winner of the gold visitor medal in a time of 1:53.53 from Northern Territory, Sarah Hancock. The 16 to 18-year-old age group, winner of the bronze Victorian medal from Warragul, Tyra Jensen. Winner of the bronze visitor medal from Northern Territory, Aiko Buckland. Winner of the silver medal from Ivanhoe Swim, Grace Ryder. Winner of the gold Victorian medal in a time of 1:19.92 from Warragul, Ava Dennis. And winner of the gold visitor medal in a time of 1:17.08 from Wakantani Swimming Club New Zealand, Chloe Goldwyn. Introducing your finalists for event 154, the girls' 13-year-old 400-metre individual medley. In lane 2, from Caulfield Aquatics, Raina Schneiders. In lane 3, from Melbourne Swimming Club, Zoe Clemenson. In lane 4, from Melbourne Swimming Club, Kimberly Chan. In lane 5, from Emmanuel, Alexandra Haneka. In lane 6, from Oasis Otters, Fiona Leong. And in lane 7, from Nunawading, Annabelle Kim. These are your finalists for event 154, the girls' 13-year-old 400-metre individual medley.
And we're underway here for the girls' 13 400-metre individual medley final as they make their way through this opening 25. It's a nice even start across the field.
Yeah, I'm enjoying watching the girls looking really relaxed throughout this butterfly. No one quite ready to solidify any early leads. I think we're all going to start to see that separation come through in the next 2 legs. This one will all be about conserving that little bit more energy. These are just our 13-year-old girls, so they're not going to have a huge amount of racing experience in an event like the 400 IM. It is one of the tougher races, so they'll be playing it a little bit safer, and then I think we'll see a really exciting second half to this event.
Yeah, so we're getting through to the 75-metre mark of our butterfly. The objective of our butterfly and our 400-metre individual medley is to get it done as quick as possible with little energy as possible. They do sound like a contradiction in terms, but as they develop, these girls are doing a really good job through this first 100. As they go into that turn, it will be Zoe Clemenson who continues to lead ahead of Kimberly Chan, Alexandra Henneke in third place. Also in contention is Fiona.
Yeah, so the 2 girls in lanes 3 and 4 both swim for Melbourne Swimming Club. So they're going to be training partners, be able to work together. They'll know a little bit where each other's strengths lie. So you can kind of use that to your advantage. If you know that you are the better at one of the strokes, you might be holding that back as a little bit of a reserve to start to pull away then. You'll also know which one of you maybe turned up to a few extra sessions at training, has that little bit more back-end fitness and might be saving it to the last lap.
And if anything, everything has just tightened up once again through this first 50 of backstroke. Because a really strong backstroke leg from Raina Schneider. She's moved into first place at that turn, and she's looking to pull away in this second 50 of backstroke.
Yeah, Raina's really going to want to develop a nice lead coming into the breaststroke. Kimberly Chen in lane 4, she's a really great breaststroker and puts it together so nicely in a medley. You'll be able to see, hopefully, her sitting up really high in the water, and she utilises that to her advantage in that breaststroke leg. She has just dropped back to that third place spot behind Raina and Alexandra Henneke, also having a good backstroke in lane 5 as we come into this crucial part of these 400s.
So Raina continues to lead as we emerge into the breaststroke, but already Kimberly's making a move. Just 2 strokes into the breaststroke and bang, off she goes.
Yeah, this is what those breaststrokers do. They sort of come out of nowhere and really start to charge their way through the field. She had a great split stroke off the wall as well, which that's a part of the race that's probably underutilised, I think, a little bit in some of these medleys. A few athletes try to pop up quickly because they are running out of oxygen. It is a really good fight, though, for those centre lanes. Alexandra Henneke also putting together a nice breaststroke. So those 2 girls in lanes 4 and 5 pushing out into the front spot, just now about a body length ahead of Raina Snyders.
So Alexandra took a little bit longer to get going in this breaststroke leg, but once she found that rhythm, she really accelerated through that second half of the opening 50. Fantastic turn from Kimberly. She moved back into the lead, And now once again, Alex is making her way back through, and as they hit the 75-metre mark of this breaststroke leg, they're neck and neck again.
Also just keeping a little bit of an eye on Zoe Clemenson in lane 3. She's made up quite a little bit of a gap on Raina Snyder's. So she's come up almost alongside her hip now as they come through with 15 metres left of the breaststroke. Kimberly looks to be just in front of Alexandra as we turn for the freestyle. And boy, do we have quite the race on our hands at this point.
So with 100 metres left to swim, Kimberly has that half body length lead ahead of Alexandra, and that battle for third between Raina and Zoe is exactly the same distance apart.
Yeah, it looks to me that Alexandra does have that faster swim speed. So the portion of this race where they're above the water, she makes up quite a lot of ground. She's got a nice 6-beat kick that's come in on this lap. Kimberly Chen just holding her off, but gained a lot on the underwater once again. Those skills ever so important, even at 13 years of age. It is great to see these girls showcasing them as they turn for home now. There's just under a second separating Kimberly Chen and Alexandra Henniker. The race now for the bronze Victorian medal well and truly underway between Raina and Zoe, but Raina looks like she's really using this freestyle to try and pull away and take off.
So Kimberly continues to hold that half a body length lead over Alexandra with 15 metres left to swim. Alexandra's trying to make a one last ditch to get right up alongside her, but it will be Kimberly Chan who comes in underneath the flags and takes the title out in a 5:19.23. Alexandra finishing in second, Raina in the second place Victorian, and Zoe Clemenson picking up a bronze.
Announcing the medalists for event 151, the boys 12 to 13 100-metre backstroke multiclass. Winner of the silver Victorian medal from South Gippsland Bass, Darby Smith. Winner of the silver visitor medal from Northern Territory, Fletcher Hewitt. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 1:20.43 from South Gippsland Bass, Levi Jarrett. The boys 14 to 15-year-old age group, winner of the bronze medal from Camberwell Grammar, Mingzi Pang. Winner of the silver medal from Yarra Plenty Waves, Cooper Harrington. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 1:15.40 from Warrnambool, Eli Kerr. The boys 16 to 18-year-old age group, winner of the bronze Victorian medal from Western Aquatic, Joshua Briggs. Winner of the bronze visitor medal from Northern Territory, Sean Dutch. Winner of the silver medal from Westbourne Swim Club, William Fort. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 1:15.97 from Terrelgan, Lockie Bellion. Introducing our finalists for event 155, the boys 13-year-old 400-metre individual medley. In lane 0 from Parnell Swimming, New Zealand, Hayden Ling. In lane 1 from Ballarat, Bryce Scott. In lane 2 from Nunawading, Alistair Ho. In lane 3 from MLC Aquatic, Fraser Blair. In lane 4 from Nunawading, Lachlan Bull. In lane 5 from Essendon District, Daniel Mancini. In lane 6 from Wodonga City, Cooper Scott. In lane 7 from DVE Aquatic, Aidan Ardvahov. In lane 8 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Elijah Lamont. And in lane 9 from Camberwell Grammar, Gianluca Di Moraes Padovani. These are your finalists for event 155, the boys 13-year-old 400-metre individual medley.
And our next 400 individual medley for the night. The 13-year-old boys now underway. And what a stacked field of 13-year-olds we have across our program tonight. Lachlan Bull, he's had a fantastic meet. Definitely one to keep an eye on. He will be challenged by a couple of these boys. Fraser Blair, he's dropped some big amounts of time off his entries. This is a timed final, so these guys haven't raced this event this morning. So anything could happen within this race. As we turn at 50 metres, it is Cooper Scott out in the lead ahead of Lachlan Bull and Elijah Lamont sitting in third.
Yes, our Wodonga City Swimming Club athletes using his strong butterfly leg to go out nice and fast alongside Lachlan Bull from Nuttawading. Those two have got a 2-body length lead from the rest of the field as we make their way down to that 100-metre turn. In this second 50 of butterfly, Lachlan has started to extend away from Cooper, and he touches through there in a 105 flat. Cooper in second, and Elijah maintaining his hold of third place.
Yeah, a little bit different to what we saw from the girls' approach before. They were more restrained throughout that first 100. No one really wanted to set down that hammer and get on their way. But these boys, they've taken it out fast. The good thing about them is we know that they will have strong centres. So Lachlan Bull, he's going to do well throughout the middle of this race. I wouldn't expect him to drop off too much. The other boys are going to have to work very hard to catch up to him.
So as we make our way towards that 150-metre turn, halfway through the backstroke, Lachlan Bull has extended his lead over Cooper Scott, who remains in second place. Elijah holds on to third, but closing in is both Alistair and Fraser.
Yeah, at this point in the race, there's about those 3 boys who are really bunched up together, and we'll look to see whether this breaststroke will spread them out a little bit if anyone wants to push forward and push through and try to close the gap. On entry, Lachlan Bull, the only boy in the field to have broken the 5-minute barrier. Let's see if anyone else can do it, but Lachlan Bull is looking very strong as he comes into the halfway point. He'll take us through in a 2:21.08. That race for second now, Fraser Blair shifts his way into second position ahead of Cooper Scott, and there's a little bit of a gap now between them and Elijah and Alistair.
But out in front, it is all Lachlan Bull as he makes his way through this opening 25 of his breaststroke leg. He's doing a fantastic job of keeping great distance per stroke as he drives forward off those legs, stretches out nice and tall. The race behind is getting incredibly exciting, and making the biggest move in this first 25 of breaststroke is Alistair Ho. He moves into second place through the first 25, all the way up from 5th.
Yeah, he got up and racing very quickly into the breaststroke portion of this event, and he's sitting nicely in the water. He's got that comfortable IM breaststroke with a little bit of extra glide, but sitting up high. I mean, but watch Lachlan Bull. He's so far out in front now. The camera almost can't see the rest of the guys in this field. I'm keen to see what time he can put together for the rest of this race, but he's not slowing down anytime soon. He's got 15 metres left of the breaststroke, and he's looking fantastic.
It is an incredible display here as he works into this final transition from his breaststroke into his freestyle. Stays underwater for a few dolphin kicks and straight away into that 6-beat kick as he surfaces. As he's attacking this freestyle leg, it is currently a Nuttawading 1-2 with Alistair in second place, with Daniel Mancini now comfortably in third.
Yeah, nice breaststroke from Daniel there as well to move his way into that medal position. But I don't think this is all sorted out yet, because Cooper Scott flew off that turn into the freestyle and has already made up a lot of ground on Daniel, and not too far off Alistair, as it is now Lachlan Bull heading for home down the final 35 metres.
It's a fantastic race for those minor medals, but out in front, this has been a dominant display. With 25 metres left to swim, Lachlan Bull is coming in to easily take out this state title, and in a very impressive fashion. He's going to be under that 450 barrier as he comes down to touch in a 4:48.36. What a swim there from Lachlan Bull. Behind him, the race is getting very exciting because that fantastic freestyle leg from Cooper Scott, he's blowing past his competitors and comes in to take second place. The fight for the wall for the bronze does go to Daniel Mancini with a great finish just ahead of Alistair Ho.
Announcing the medalists for event 152, the girls' 12-year-old 100-metre backstroke. Winner of the bronze medal from Melbourne Swimming Club, Lucy Olsen. Winner of the silver medal from Melbourne Swimming Club, Victoria Dang. And winner of the gold medal from Yarra Plenty Waves in a time of 109.32, Charlotte Ford. And winner of the gold visitor medal from Japan in a time of 109.17, Rina Kano. Announcing the medalists for event 153, the boys' 12-year-old 100-metre backstroke. Winner of the bronze medal from Yarra Plenty Waves, Hong Han Q. Winner of the silver medal from Haileybury, Yi Yang. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 106.12 from Wodonga City, Billy Main. Announcing the medalists for event 154, the girls' 13-year-old 400-metre individual medley. Winner of the bronze medal from Melbourne Swimming Club, Zoe Clemenson. Winner of the silver medal from Caulfield Aquatics, Raina Schneiders. Winner of the gold visitor medal from Emmanuel, Alexandra Haneka. And winner of the gold Victorian medal in a time of 5:19.23 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Kimberly Chan. Introducing the finalists for event 156, the girls' 14-year-old 200-metre butterfly. In lane 0 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Anne Carpenter. In lane 1 from Liz Van Welly Aquatics, New Zealand, Mackenzie Jury. In lane 2 from MLC Aquatic, Millie Charlton. In lane 3 from Swimming SA, Natasha Linky. In lane 4 from MLC Aquatic, Hei Ching, Henrietta Wong. In lane 5 from MLC Aquatic, Abby Mesher. In lane 6 from Melbourne Vic Centre, Taylor Miller. In lane 7 from Bendigo Hawks, Charlotte McConville. In lane 8 from Nunawading, Zihan Jin. And in lane 9 from PLC Aquatic, Madeline Regalado Jones. These are your finalists for event 156, the girls' 14-year-old 200-metre butterfly.
And we are underway here for our 14-year-old girls in this 200-metre butterfly final. And that's our MLC teammates in the centre of the pool, Henrietta and Abby, who lead through this opening 25.
Now, moments ago, I said the 400 IM was one of my favourite events on the program. The 200 fly is my favourite. It is one of our toughest races, and you really need to almost love this event to be able to train it and then come and perform it. It is such a tough swim. Going around in the lead at that 50-metre turn in a 31.58 was Natasha Link in lane 3, ahead of Abby Mesha, but I know a lot of the girls in this field will be holding off that little bit and starting to build through the race, through the second half.
So it is the first 4 that are nicely bunched as we approach this 100-metre turn, with Abby now starting to work into the lead as we head underneath the flags to make this 100-metre turn. So Abby will lead through in a 107.80. Natasha in second, Henrietta third, Taylor fourth, and not to be discounted just yet is Millie in fifth.
Yeah, it was a really nice, comfortable-looking opening first 100. I did notice Henrietta, really good work on the underwater. She was a little bit further behind at the 100, but popped up almost right alongside Abby Mesha into this third 50. And it's those two girls now almost stroke for stroke as they come down under the flags. Henrietta might have just shifted her way into the lead. As we turn for home, your leader now, Henrietta, but only 0.7 of a second.
Henrietta does have the best of the final turns. She continues to hold on to that slight advantage over her teammate in Abby Mesha. With 15 metres left to swim, it is neck and neck. Abby's coming strong. Henrietta's holding on, but it is all Abby in this final 15 metres. She's started to pull away. She's almost opened up a body link in this final 25. A fantastic last 50 from Abby as she comes underneath the flags to take the state title at 2:21.98. Henrietta in second, Natasha touching the wall in third, with Taylor Miller picking up a bronze as well.
Announcing the medalists for event 155, the boys 13-year-old 400-metre individual medley. Winner of the bronze medal from Essendon District, Daniel Mancini. Winner of the silver medal from Wodonga City, Cooper Scott. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 4:48.36 from Nunawading, Lachlan Bull. Introducing the finalists for event 157, the boys 14-year-old 200-metre butterfly. In lane 0 from Flyers Swim Team, Ethan Gately. In lane 1 from Nunawading, Jaden Zhang. In lane 2 from Nunawading, Oscar Magalotti. In lane 3 from Surrey Park, Aston Wilson. In lane 4 from Surrey Park, Isaac Ismail. In lane 5 from Laverton Wyndham, Terence Chi. In lane 6 from Nunawading, Liam Joy. In lane 7 from MLC Aquatic, Michael Yu. In lane 8 from Aquatech Swimming, Caden Tan. And in lane 9 from Condinia Piranha Swim Club, Patrick Whitwood. These are your finalists for event 157, the boys 14-year-old 200-metre butterfly.
Underway here in the final of the boys 200-metre butterfly. And in the centre of the pool, Isaac is off to a really strong start. He's looking relaxed, looking smooth, looking controlled down this opening 50. So he will turn first at the 50 in a 30.18. Jaden in second and Liam Joy in third. So as we move through the 75-metre mark, Isaac still continues to hold that lead just ahead of Jaden Zhang. Those two have got a body length lead over Oscar Magalotti sitting in third place. Our two leaders have maintained that easy rhythm through this opening 100 as we work into this all-important third 50. Isaac continues to lead ahead of Jaden, with Oscar Magalotti sitting in third place, but it is a really tight battle for third, fourth, fifth and sixth as we move through the first 25 of this third 50. Isaac continues to extend his lead out in front, but the battle behind is getting tighter and tighter and tighter. So while we know who our leader is going to be at the 150-metre turn, behind, it's anyone's game with Terrence now moving into second place. So Terrence hits the wall in second, just ahead of Liam in third. Really strong third 50 there from Terrence to take over that silver medal position behind his arc, who's putting together a really good swim out in front. He's got a 10-metre lead over his competitors as he makes his way underneath the false start rope. That rhythm has remained unchanged. He's still managing to keep those hips and feet up nice and high as he comes into wall to take this state title out in a 2:13.16. Terrence will finish in second place with Liam in third.
Announcing the medalists for event 156, the girls' 14-year-old 200-metre butterfly. Winner of the bronze visitor medal from Swimming SA, Natasha Linke. Winner of the bronze Victorian medal from Melbourne Vic Centre, Taylor Miller. Winner of the silver medal from MLC Aquatic, Hei Ching Henrietta Wong. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 2:21.98 from MLC Aquatic, Abby Mesha. Please welcome our gold medalist, who is now down on pool deck with Kalia.
Abby, what a fantastic swim in that 200 butterfly. I was just saying it has to be one of the most challenging events on the program, but you did it with such grace, particularly that final 50. I think the whole crowd was behind you. How do you come together and race an event that's so challenging?
It's definitely nerve-wracking. That last 50 hurt a lot. So did the whole race, but I love doing it. I love when people tell me it's the hardest event and then I go and do it and I get to show them that maybe, but I mean, if you push yourself, you'll be able to do it.
Well, you certainly pushed yourself. I have noticed that you're covered in some beautiful MLC tattoos tonight. I heard the crowd and the fans really getting behind you and supporting you, but not only yourself in the race from MLC, you had quite a few other girls from your club. How is it being able to train with so many athletes who compete in the same events?
It's really good. I mean, they're all wonderful girls. I love training with them. I think when it gets to the competition time, there's definitely a bit more heat than there is at training, but it's all fun. I mean, training with them's super awesome, and getting to race them's even better.
Well, Abby, we think that you're super awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause to Abby Mesha, your 200 fly winner.
Introducing the finalists for event 158, the girls' 15-year-old 200-metre freestyle. In lane 0 from Bayside Swimming Club, Mary Steele. In lane 1 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Caitlin Halessa. In lane 2 from Nunawading, Waylin Triong. In lane 3 from Swimming SA, Jessica Osborne. In lane 4 from Nunawading, Kira Jeffs. In lane 5 from Surrey Park, Erika Adenko. In lane 6 from United Swimming Club New Zealand, Octavia Mahoney. In lane 7 from Nunawading, Keela Enters. In lane 8 from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Hannah Ristig. And in lane 9 from Nunawading, Zoe Gant. These are your finalists for event 158, the girls' 15-year-old 200-metre freestyle.
So we are underway here for our girls 15 years 200 metre freestyle. And it is a nice even start across the field as we make our way down this opening 25. Jessica Osborne holds a slight lead through that opening 25. Our visitor from South Australia swimming out of the Marion Swim Club.
I think this will certainly shaped up to be an interesting race on this morning's heats. I think there was a few girls certainly holding back, keeping a little bit in reserve for tonight. They do turn fairly close together, though not a lot separating anyone early on in this 200. And this is where we're going to see that pace picked up. It looks like the two girls from Nunawading are going to be the first to make a little bit of a shift in gears. Kira Jeffs really bringing in the legs, as is Waylin Trong over in lane 2. Moving up right alongside Kira, though. She was a little bit later to react to her surge. It is Erika Adenko, and they're going to go through almost identically with Kira 100.92 and Erika 100.96.
As we expected, this was going to be one of the races of the night, and through that first 100 they are living up to the expectations. Erika and Kira going neck and neck down this third 50, and a really strong third 50 from Erika, and she's starting to pull out to half a body length lead over Kira.
Yeah, she started to pull away, but Kira just responding in the second 25 of this third 50. As we turn for home, Kira will be breathing towards Erika. I mean, we know she's such a fierce competitor. I don't think she's going to let that small gap defeat her early on. She's going to storm home as we're starting to see that gap close already. They're back as side-by-side compatriots here with 25 metres left to swim.
So it is Erika who's still holding on to a slight lead as they go underneath that false start rope. But Kira's coming really strong. She's bringing those legs in. They go under the flags together. Will it be Erika? Will it be Kira? They get their heads down. They reach for the wall. And it does go to Kira Jeffs just by 0.03 of a second. Erika in second. Jessica Osborne touches in third, with Waylin Tron third Victorian. What a race there in the girls' 15 years 200 metre freestyle.
Announcing the medalists for event 157, the boys' 14-year-old 200-metre butterfly. Winner of the bronze medal from Nunawading, Liam Joy. Winner of the silver medal from Laverton Wyndham Aquatics, Terence Chi. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 2:13.16 from Surrey Park, Isaac Ismail. Introducing the finalists for event 159, the boys' 15-year-old 200-metre freestyle. In lane 0 from Nunawading, Yi Jin Jiang. In lane 1 from Geelong Swimming Club, Jacob Richies. In lane 2 from Nunna Cheltenham Swimming Club, Oliver Lasick. In lane 3 from MLC Aquatic, William Cow. In lane 4 from Ivanhoe Swim, Kaisei Kojima. In lane 5 from Camberwell Grammar, Liam Paulson. In lane 6 from South Est Swimming Club, Alexander Carnicelli. In lane 7 from St Kevin's College Swimming Club, Hamish Davin. In lane 8, from Bayside Swimming Club, Louis Chirat. And in lane 9, from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Hugo Carson. These are your finalists for event 159, the boys 15-year-old 200-metre freestyle.
So we're underway here for the final. The boys, 15 years, 200 freestyle. The girls gave us an absolutely amazing race. Can the boys reproduce it?
Yeah, coming into tonight's final, Kaisei Kojima, he was under that 2-minute mark, the only athlete in the field, but there's a lot of very capable swimmers. I think we'll see a couple of them sneak into the 150s. As we turn at the first 50, it will be Liam Paulson who leads us around in a 26.53, ahead of Jacob Riches, 26.85, and Kaisei Kojima, 27.24.
A strong second 50 here from Liam Paulson, and he's pulled out to a body length lead over the rest of the field. He's really attacking this opening 100. Kaisei and Jacob sitting in second place as they work through that 100 turn in a 55.70. Liam's given himself the best chance to put onto a fantastic display here. He's accelerated off this wall as he continues to extend his lead. Kaisei holding on to second place, and the battle for third is starting to tighten up.
Well, at this point, I thought this race might be a little bit closer, but Liam Paulson, a textbook 200 freestyle on the cards for him here as he turns at the 150 mark. At 30.1 was his split on that one. The next closest person was William Cahill, who split in a 30.78. The rest of the boys don't have that speed. William starting to push through the field. He's going to shift his way through into second now, ahead of Kaisei Kojima. And Jacob Riches trying to hang on for a medal, but Liam Paulson.
What a swim by Liam Paulson as he comes under the flags to take the state title out in a 155.63. William gets up for second with Kaisei in third.
Announcing the medalists for event 158, the girls 15-year-old 200-metre freestyle. Winner of the bronze medal from Nunawading, Waylin Triong. Winner of the bronze visitor medal from Swimming SA, Jessica Osborne. Winner of the silver medal from Surrey Park, Arika Adenko. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 2:04.28 from Nunawading, Kira Jeffs. Introducing the finalists for event 160, the girls 16-year-old 100-metre backstroke. In lane 0 from Cardinia Piranha Swim Club, Emma Grave. In lane 1 from Nunawading, Lucy Doyle. In lane 2 from Caulfield Aquatics, Caitlin Ord. In lane 3 from Northern Territory, Macy Sheridan. In lane 4 from Nunawading, Jessie Steinman. In lane 5, from Swimming SA, Allegra Crean. In lane 6, from Bendigo East, Zara Reynolds. In lane 7, from Melbourne Swimming Club, Grace Doby. In lane 8, from Nunawading, Eloise Ravensdale. And in lane 9, from Laverton Wyndham Aquatics, Madison Baker. These are your finalists for event 160, the girls' 16-year-old 100-metre backstroke.
Off and away now with the 16-year-old girls 100 backstroke. Staying under the longest in the centre was Jessie Steinman, but coming out in the lead was Allegra Crean in lane 5. And already those centre 3 lanes starting to showcase a little bit of dominance early on in this 100.
So now is Macy, who's pulled up alongside Jessie. Those two are going stroke for stroke down this opening 50. Jessie's trying to hold on to that lead, and she does lead through this opening 50 in a 31.11. Macy sitting in second, Allegra in third. Once again, it's Jessie last to emerge from that turn, getting the furthest on the underwaters. Allegra's caught back up again, so it's a race in 3 with 25 to go.
Yeah, they were super close coming off that wall. Jessie starting to pull out ahead, but no one really letting go. Macy right alongside Allegra, just dropping back to the shoulder now. Jessie looks to have control, but Macy with the longer arms, we'll see who can get the touch, and it will go to Jessie Steinman, 103.79 ahead of Macy, 103.97 with Allegra in third. Our second place Victorian will be Zara Reynolds, followed on by Grace Doby for the bronze.
Announcing the medalists for event 159, the boys' 15-year-old 200-metre freestyle. Winner of the bronze medal from Ivanhoe Swim, Kaisei Kojima. Winner of the silver medal from MLC Aquatic, William Cow. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 1:55.63 from Camberwell Grammar, Liam Paulson. Introducing the finalists for event 161, the boys' 16-year-old 100-metre backstroke. In lane 0 from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Anjay Lamb. In lane 1 from Emmanuel, Owen Birchenough. In lane 2 from Ivanhoe Swim, Eli Billman. In lane 3 from Swimming SA, Oscar Dingwall. In lane 4 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Luca Brown. In lane 5 from Wodonga City, Harrison Main. In lane 6 from Nunawading, Lemuel Janasa. In lane 7 from Terrelgan, Zayden Burton. In lane 8 from Nunawading, Lucas Gee. And in lane 9 from Tiger Sharks, Ben Merrilees. These are your finalists for event 161, the boys' 16-year-old 100-metre backstroke.
Really strong start from Eli Billman in lane 2. He led through the first 15 metres after fantastic underwaters.
Yeah, we've come to notice Eli's in most of his races. Having that butterfly background, we know his fly kicks are really strong. As we look to the field, he remains out in front. Not too far behind, though, is Luca Brown and Harrison Main in the centre lanes. We do know that Luca Brown is going to have a little bit of speed going out. He did just pick up a silver in the 50 freestyle. He's come off the wall, though, absolutely firing. It wasn't really good underwater from him. He was up and racing fast. It's him out in front, so Luca Brown followed by Eli Billman with 20 metres left to swim.
A fantastic middle 50 from Luca Brown. He's moved clear of Eli Billman and is in control of our boy's 16 years 100 backstroke as he comes into touch in a 58.06. Eli Billman in second, Oscar Dinwall touching the wall in third, and Harrison Main the third Victorian.
Announcing the medalists for event 160, the girls' 16-year-old 100-metre backstroke. Winner of the bronze visitor medal from Swimming SA, Allegra Crean. Winner of the bronze Victorian medal from Melbourne Swimming Club, Grace Doby. Winner of the silver medal from Bendigo East, Zara Reynolds. Winner of the silver visitor medal from Northern Territory, Macy Sheridan. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 1:03.79 from Nunawading, Jessie Steinman. Introducing the finalists for event 162, the girls 17 to 18 200-metre butterfly. In lane 1 from Howick, Pakuranga, New Zealand, Aliana Brown. In lane 2 from Launceston Aquatic Club, Eloise Farek. In lane 3 from Surrey Park, Judy Hussein Aman. In lane 4 from MLC Aquatic, Isabella Osborne. In lane 5 from MLC Aquatic, Rihanna Chen. In lane 6 from D5, Teal Williams. In lane 7 from Ballarat Gold, Isla Ho. And in lane 8 from Terrelgan, Ruby Paulett. These are your finalists for event 162, the girls 17 to 18 200-metre butterfly.
And back in the water with some more 200 butterfly action. It's the girls 17, 18 years. Off to that early lead is Isabella Osborne in lane 4. She's such a great 50 and 100 metre butterfly sprinter. So no surprise to see her out in front down this first 50. Keep your eyes on a couple of the girls on either side of her who have that stronger second 100, that back end speed. I think we could have a pretty solid race on our hands.
So it will be Isabella Osborne who leads through that opening 50 under the 30-second mark. Isla Ho sitting in second and Eloise Freck in third.
I was having a chat to Izzy yesterday about her butterfly and what she's been focusing on. One of the things she's really been trying to work on is staying lower to the water. She's got great mobility through her shoulders, has a habit of when she gets in and races, she feels good and ends up sitting up a little bit too high and overusing energy that she could be conserving by staying lower. So that's something that she's really been working on with her coaches. It's looking pretty good as she begins each 50, stays low as she does breathe. It does come out that little bit higher still, but certainly an element that she has improved on.
And it is a really strong opening 100 from her. And she's got a 10-metre lead on the rest of the field. Rihanna Chen has now moved into second place with a strong third 50. She's pulling away from the rest of the challengers. Judy Hussein Aman is now in third. A body then clear of Eloise in fourth.
So as we come down to the final lap of this 200 fly, Isabella Osborne with such a solid lead. It's so great to see her holding on through that third 50, and she doesn't look to be slowing down at all. She's done such a great job. She got out and away early, and she's maintaining that lead ahead of Rihanna Chen, who's sitting in second, trying to hold off a quick approaching Judy Hussein Imam.
It has been a fantastic swim from Isabella Osborne. She's been in control from the start. She got out nice and fast in that first 50. She held it together through that middle 100, and she's finished off nice and strong. And he's going to take the state title out in an impressive 2:16.95. A tight battle for second place as they come underneath the flags. It will be on the wall. Rihanna Chen just holding off at Judy Hussein Imam.
Announcing the medalists for event 161, the boys 16-year-old 100-metre backstroke. Winner of the bronze visitor medal from Swimming SA, Oscar Dingwall. Winner of the bronze Victorian medal from Wodonga City Swimming Club, Harrison Main. Winner of the silver medal from Ivanhoe Swim, Eli Billman. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 58.06 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Luca Brown. Introducing the finalists for event 163, the boys 17 to 18, 200-metre butterfly. In lane 0 from Essendon District, Hunter Mace. In lane 1 from DVE Aquatic, Riley Hodgins. In lane 2 from Northern Territory, Bailey Young. In lane 3 from D5, Harry Kumar. In lane 4 from Surrey Park, Adam Alefni. In lane 5 from Western Aquatic Academy, Dmitry Sorokolatov. In lane 6 from Melton Swimming Club, Peter Behrens. In lane 7 from Lilydale Swimming Club, Kynan Power. In lane 8 from Ivanhoe Swim, Tommy Golding. And in lane 9 from Western Aquatic Academy, Jonathan Andres. These are your finalists for event 163, the boys 17 to 18, 200-metre butterfly.
So we're underway here in the final of our boys 17-18 200-metre butterfly. We do have our defending champion in this event swimming out of lane 5, and Dimitri is off to a nice strong start. He went head-to-head with Adam in the heats, with Adam putting together a really strong personal best swim, and did take out their heat this morning. And Adam Alefni does lead through this opening 50 in a 28.09. Dimitri sitting in second place and Harry in third. So as we make our way through to the 75-metre mark, Adam and Dimitri are going stroke for stroke. So it's our defending champ against our fastest seed from the heats. In the final 15 metres of this opening 100, Adam has opened up a strong lead. of a half second, with Harry's remaining in third place, just ahead of Peter Behrens. So those four swimmers have pulled a body length and a half clear of the rest of the field. Once again, off the turn, Dimitri pulls up alongside and past Adam Alefni. So with 75 metres left to swim, Dimitri's working to defend his title. The athlete from Western Aquatic Academy Swimming is going to lead into this final turn. Adam's not going to be denied though. They turn together with just 1/10 of a second separating both of them. They pop up nice and quickly off that final turn. Harry's holding on to third. Peter Behrens is challenging for that bronze medal as well. With 25 metres left to swim, Dimitri has moved into the lead once again. He does want to defend his title. Adam's fighting hard to go with him. 15 metres left to swim. The margin is gradually increasing, but Adam's responding for the final time as they come underneath the flags. They go into their last stroke together, and it will be Adam who gets it on the touch. Dimitri in second and Harry in third. What a finish there in the 17-18 boys 200-metre butterfly.
Announcing the medalists for event 162, the girls 17 to 18, 200-metre butterfly. Winner of the bronze medal from Surrey Park, Judy Hussein Aman. Winner of the silver medal from MLC Aquatic, Rihanna Chan. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 2:16.95 from MLC Aquatic, Isabella Osborne. Please welcome our gold medalist, who is now down on pool deck with Kalia.
Thanks, guys. I am here with Izzy. Izzy, you're becoming quite the seasoned professional at these interviews. I do love having a chat. During the race, I spoke about some of the focuses for you coming into your events across this week. It's been quite the roller coaster of a season, and really starting to make sure we're thinking more about technique elements and things. How do you think that race went?
I think it definitely was a learning process. A lot of the things that you work on in training take a long time to actually come out in the race, but yeah, I've been working on keeping my breath lower, which I think was good. Next is the underwaters, so we'll see how that goes.
Now, one of the things, I've just recently interviewed one of your other MLC teammates, one of our younger swimmers. You are one of the more mature and experienced girls within your group, and being such a great butterflyer, do you see yourself as a little bit of a role model to these girls at all?
Definitely a little bit. We've been so lucky that we've had a really good group of girls and boys coming up through our ranks. And it's nice to know that I can be there to help push them, help guide them, because some of these can be really difficult races. So, yeah, it's really good to be there for them and to watch them progress so beautifully. It's been really awesome, yeah.
Now, we do know that in January we'll be heading overseas to Alabama. A big congratulations on getting in over there and being able to participate in the swim program. What's your message to your teammates in you leaving? What kind of message would you like to leave to those guys?
Just to keep working hard and keep working together as well, because when you're with the team it becomes so much easier to train to get through the hard sessions. So stick together and everything will come as it should.
Well, congratulations, Izzy. We've loved having you on our pool deck. We wish you the best of luck over in the US.
Thank you so much.
Introducing timed final number 1 of event 164, the girls 12 to 18, 200-metre freestyle multiclass. In lane 0 from Essendon, Molly Griffin. In lane 1 from South Gippsland Bass, Zoe Cox. In lane 2 from Bendigo Hawks, Adele York. In lane 3 from Nunawading, Abigail Garbellini. In lane 4 from Kent Town, Flora Braithwaite. In lane 5 from Swimming SA, Paige Duffy. In lane 6 from Northern Territory, Shannon Gleeson. In lane 7 from Geelong Swimming Club, Brianna Binns. In lane 8 from Northern Territory, Sarah Hancock. And in lane 9 from South Gippsland Bass, Gemma Cook.
your mark.
Into the water once again with our multi-class athletes. Getting off that start down in lane 6 was Shannon Gleeson. Really utilised that first 15 metres of this 200 to set the pace early on. Now this field is hotly contested by a lot of our 13-year-old athletes, so a great effort for them racing in this 200. I think we should be able to see some pretty close little head-to-head battles based on our entry time. So we've got 2 girls on 251, 2 on 253, and then a few more close swimmers throughout this particular time final as we watch them turn at the 50 metre mark. Shannon leads us around ahead of Abigail, and sitting in third is Paige Duffy.
Yeah, it was a strong opening 50 from Shannon. Our visitor from the Northern Territory has now been joined in the lead through that 75 metre mark by Abigail from Nuttawaddy. Both of those girls competing in our S19 category, with Shannon being 13 and Abigail in the 14 age group.
So Abby will lead us through now in a 117.13 ahead of Shannon, 118.46. Adele York put in a really nice 50 there to move her way into that third place spot. We will still have to wait for those point scores though.
Yes, we saw that Paige Duffy ended up being the champion in the 200 metre individual medley last night. And she's definitely in the mix here, swimming in lane 5. She's made a really good move through that second and now into this third 50. Pulled up alongside our early leader, Shannon. As Abigail's second and third 50 have been excellent. She's pulled out to a commanding lead as she makes her way through this final turn.
What I'm really liking the looks of is the pace these girls are holding after their first 100. So they've maintained some pretty good speed, and they're looking to really be able to break those personal bests. The more you can drop off, the happier we're going to see those smiling faces at the end of this race. It's been a fantastic one from Abigail Garbellini, who pushed her way out into the lead at the 100, and she's continued to move her way out in front further and further down this final lap.
It's going to be a huge personal best from Abigail as she comes underneath the flags, keeps her head down nearly all the way to the wall. And a 2:41.59. Close race for second to the wall, with Paige just touching out Shannon, with Adele not far behind as well.
Yeah, some incredible personal bests and some big celebrations from the girls on the wall. Let's see what our outside lanes can do. Molly Griffin's entered with a 3:35. Gemma Cook a 3:48. Gemma dropped off some really impressive amounts in the week earlier. It's a close fight now between Sarah and Gemma in lane 8 and 9 as Molly comes into touch on the wall there in a 3:23. So that's about 12 seconds off for her. Incredible job. And then the girls in 8 and 9. What a race. 3:28.5 and 3:28.7 for Gemma and Sarah.
Introducing time final number 2 of event 164, the girls 12 to 18 200 metre freestyle multi-class. In lane 0 from Northern Territory, Aiko Buckland. In lane 1 from Warragul, Cerise Nicholson. In lane 2 from Ivanhoe Swim, Grace Ryder. In lane 3 from Geelong Swimming Club, Evie Lee. In lane 4 from Warragul, Ava Dennis. In lane 5 from Wakanti Swimming Club, New Zealand, Chloe Gladwin. In lane 6 from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Jessica McDermott. In lane 7 from Western Aquatic Academy, Al Feely. In lane 8 from Sales Swimming Club, Mackenzie Gibbs. In lane 9 from Warragul Swimming Club, Tyra Jensen.
So we knocked off quite a lot of time from our first timed final of the girls 200 metre freestyle for our 12 to 18-year-old multi-class athletes. As we go out for our second time final, Ava Dennis out in front early ahead of Chloe Gladwin, but not much separating those girls here as they set the pace down the first 50.
It will be our athlete from Warragul, our 16-year-old who leads through this opening 50 in a 31.47. Chloe sitting in second place, Grace Ryder in third. A really strong opening 50 there from Ava.
Also not leaving much in the tank is Aiko Buckland out in lane 0. Her entry time at 2:49. She turned in fourth, so we'll see if she can hang on throughout the second half of this race. But these girls are certainly going out after some fast times. As we come up to the 100 metre mark, Ava Dennis just clearing out in front a little bit further on Chloe. She'll turn in a 107.63 with Chloe 109.75. And Grace Ryder still holds on to that third place spot with a 112.69.
So Ava and Chloe are both in our 16 to 18-year-old category, and being S19 athletes, they're having a head-to-head race and they're doing a really strong job down this third 50. They're maintaining their distance to each other of about a body length and a half as we approach this final turn.
So sitting behind, it's really close now between Evie Lee and Grace Ryder. Evie making up a little bit of ground throughout this third 50. They'll go around almost together behind Ava and Chloe. And then we've got another tight little race over on that side between lanes 0 and 1 with Cerise and Aiko, both turning not too far apart, both on that 2:04.1 and 2:04.2. As we come down under the 15-metre rope for Ava, she went through in that 1:07. She set herself up to go pretty close to her entry time of 2:19. Think she might be just over, but a great swim nonetheless. Ava Dennis touches the wall first in a 2:21.03, ahead of Chloe, 2:26.11. And Evie Lee and Grace Ryder go in almost identically, just 7/100 separated those two, both at a 2:31. As we look to those girls in the outside lanes and see what they can do, Mackenzie Gibbs touches in a 2:42, a 4-second drop in time for her. And Aiko holds on for a 2:49, right on her personal best, with Tyra Jensen finishing in a 2:54.
Announcing the medalists for event 163, the boys 17 to 18 200 metre butterfly. Winner of the bronze medal from D5 Swimming Club, Harry Kumar. Winner of the silver medal from Western Aquatic Academy, Dmitry Sorokolatov. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 2:08.05 from Surrey Park, Adam Alefni. Introducing timed final number 1 of event 165, the boys 12 to 18 200 metre freestyle multi-class. In lane 2 from Essendon District Aquatic, Jaden Brooks. In lane 3 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Henry O'Brien. In lane 4 from South Gippsland Bass, Levi Jarrett. In lane 5 from South Gippsland Bass, Darby Smith. In lane 6 from Kowara, Samuel Turner. In lane 7 from South Gippsland Bass, Luke Wilson.
So we're underway in our first time final for our boys 12 to 18 200 freestyle multi-class. And in the centre of the pool, it is like Levi Jarrett, who's off to a really strong start. Our 13-year-old out of the South Gippsland Bass Swimming Club is powering down this first 50.
Yeah, he's certainly setting the pace early on in this 200-metre freestyle. He'll go around in a 34.21. It's been an incredible week for Levi Jarrett. I saw a photo of him the other night with about 20 medals that looked like around his neck. He's absolutely outperforming himself every time he gets in the pool at just 13 years of age. As we look to second place, it is sitting at Henry O'Brien, but very close between a wall of the athletes in this first of our timed finals between Jaden, Henry, Darby and Samuel.
So out in front as we approach this 100-metre turn, Levi's continuing his good speed from that opening 50. He's held it through the 100-metre, managing to stay under the 40-second barrier on that second 50, as it will be Jaden who turns in second place and Darby in third. That battle behind keeps staying nice and tight as they make their way through this third 50.
So good to see such incredible representation from not only our country clubs, but they're having multiple athletes within our multi-class races in those younger ages as well. So we're going to see these guys grow and develop and get better and better each year. A lot of them, this is their first state championships. So being on this big stage is incredibly exciting, and what an opportunity it is for these athletes as Levi Jarrett turns for home, and he's brought in that motor of a kick down this final 50, really lifting his speed. I think we're in for a bit of a personal best from his entry time of 2:51.
Not a bit of a one, a massive one. As he's got 25 metres left to swim, he's smashing his personal best time. He's got 15 metres left to swim now. Those legs are still holding on as he fights his way into that final 10 metres. Can he get his head down into the wall? Does a great job there and annihilates his personal best time, 2:35.55. What a swim there from Levi Jarrett. Next into the wall is going to be his teammate, his younger teammate in the 12-year-old Darby Smith, who comes into touch in a time of 2:51, closely followed in by Jaden Brooks and then Henry O'Brien.
So far, plenty of personal bests from those boys into the finish. As Samuel Turner touches in a 3:06, another personal best. Come on, Luke, what can you do here after the flags now? I think this one might be a great drop as well. His entry 3:34, and he's gone a 3:18. Congratulations to our first time final.
Introducing timed final number 2 of event 165, the boys 12 to 18 200-metre freestyle multi-class. In lane 0 from St Paul's Swimming Club, New Zealand, Charlie Eldrin. In lane 1 from Western Aquatic Academy, Joshua Briggs. In lane 2 from Warrnambool, Eli Kerr. In lane 3 from Camberwell Grammar, Mingzi Pang. In lane 4 from Terrelgan, Lockie Bellion. In lane 5 from Northern Territory, Sean Dutch. In lane 6 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Cooper Harrington. In lane 7 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Victor Perids. In lane 8 from Northern Territory, Fletcher Hewitt. And in lane 9 from Pyalong Piranha Swimming Club, Matthew Skews.
So we're underway here in our second time final for our boys 12 to 18 200-metre freestyle multi-class. And just like in the first time final, we have an aggressive opening 50. This time it's by Sean. We saw him earlier in the day. Same tactics, attack this opening 50. Here in this 200 freestyle, he's done the same, and he will lead through that 50-metre mark under the 30 seconds at 29.48. Lockie Bellion sitting in second and Minji Pang in third. So Sean is our visitor from the Northern Territory at 18 years of age, competing in that S19 category. Sitting in second place, Lockie Bellion in our S14 category, 17 years of age, out of Tarralgon. We saw Lockie take the title in the 200-metre individual medley last night, and he continues to put into a great swim against Sean as those two are really racing down this third 50. Lockie's starting to make some inroads here and looks like he's going to come up alongside Sean as they make their way through this final 25 of this third 50. Minzy is holding a nice strong speed there, a 15-year-old from Campbell Grammar Aquatic in lane 3. But out in front, it has tightened right up between Lockie and Sean as they head towards that final turn. As they make their way down this final 50, Lockie's pulled alongside Sean with 35 metres left to swim. They're going stroke for stroke now. Lockie's starting to creep ahead with 25 metres left to swim. He's really brought those legs in nice and strong in this final 50, and he is pulling clear of Sean, our visitor from the Northern Territory. And it will be Lockie Bellion who takes our title out, or first into the wall, in a 2:13.88, followed in by Sean, Ming Zi in third, Cooper Harrington fourth, Eli Kerr in fifth, just ahead of Victor. Next into the wall will be Fletcher Hewitt down in lane 8, another one of our visitors from the Northern Territory, closely followed by Joshua from Western Aquatic Academy. And having a great battle all the way into the wall is both Charlie and Matthew on opposite sides of the pool to conclude our action here in time final number 2.
Introducing the finalists for event 166, the girls' 12-year-old 200-metre breaststroke. In lane 0 from Kangaroo Flat, Sophie Lee. In lane 1 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Audrey Marchant. In lane 2 from MLC Aquatic, Catherine Liu. In lane 3 from the Hobart Aquatic Club, Mia Werzer. In lane 4 from Phoenix Aquatics New Zealand, April Lynn. In lane 5 from Wingwood Swimming Club, Micah Chow. In lane 6 from Geelong Swimming Club, Jordan Camfield. In lane 7 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Charlotte Ford. In lane 8 from DVE Aquatic, Lily Macklin. And in lane 9 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Angelina Shang. These are your finalists for event 166, the girls' 12-year-old 200-metre breaststroke.
Under the water with the girls for our 12-year-old 200-metre breaststroke. Pretty solid starts across the board here. Who wants to go out after this one? 4 laps of breaststroke. It's a tough event, and it looks like it will be lane 4 already establishing a pretty solid lead here. April Lynn out in front of Micah Chow and Mia Werzer down the first 50.
Our 12-year-olds have been pulling out PBs left, right and centre all through this meet. So expect to see some fast times once again here tonight. It is April who leads through, Angelina Shang sitting in second place with Mika Chow in third.
Yeah, Angelina down in lane 9 might be a little bit harder for those girls in the centre to see. We love a little bit of an outside smoker. Can she hold on through the second 100? That's the real question in these 200-metre events. We start to see those girls with that more endurance background pushing their way through the field. But April Lynn continues her lead through the second 50.
So April has that body length lead over both Micah and Angelina, as are our top 3 as we head towards the halfway mark.
So April will go through in a 120.77, Micah 122.03, Angelina still in there, 122.50, and it was Catherine Liu on the other side who turned in 4th, which is our 3rd Victorian.
So with 75 metres left to swim, April continues to hold that body length lead over Micah and Angelina. Battling behind, Catherine, Mia, Jordan are all in with a chance of grabbing a medal.
Yeah, we have 3 Victorian medals up for grabs in this event. As we come down to turn into the final 50, April Lynn remains your leader quite solidly now at a 2:04. That 43 split. Angelina looked to be about the second fastest one in the third 50. Catherine Liu also split at a 44, so she's got a little bit of momentum on her side as we race down this final 50 for home.
So April Lynn is our clear leader. Angelina has been holding on to that 3rd place out in lane 9 since the opening 50. She remains neck and neck with Mika with 15 metres left to swim, but flying home in lane 3 and 2 is Mia and Catherine. So it's going to be a race in 4 for the minor places, but out in front it is all April Lynn, and she takes the title out at 2:46.93. As we come underneath the flags, it's a 4-way go on the line, and it will go to Angelina Shan over Mika Chow, and Catherine Liu getting the 3rd place Victorian.
Introducing the finalists for event 167, the boys 12-year-old 200-metre breaststroke. In lane 0 from Northern Territory, Louis Lamont. In lane 1 from Laventon Wyndham Aquatics, Leonardo Hernandez. In lane 2 from Wodonga City, Billy Main. In lane 3 from Melbourne Vic Centre, Thomas Johnson. In lane 4 from Nunawading, Gabriel Yeo. In lane 5 from Westbourne Swim Club, Ethan Dennison. In lane 6 from Caulfield Aquatics, Gary Wang. In lane 7 from Doncaster Templestowe Swim Club, Matthew Waldron. In lane 8 from Warragul, Hai Kang Ka. In lane 9 from Wodonga City, Samuel Bellett. These are your finalists for event 167, the boys 12-year-old 200-metre breaststroke.
So just like our 12-year-old girls before them, our 12-year-old boys have been swimming PBs all week, and big PBs at that. And it is Gabriel Yeo who leads through this opening 50. He's really attacking this opening 25, and he's already got a body length lead over Ethan Dennison. So as we make our way through the 50-metre turn, will be Gabriel who leads through in a 36.50. Ethan sitting in 2nd place, Billy Main in 3rd. So a Nunawading athlete in the centre of the pool, Gabriel Yeo, continues to extend his lead out to almost 2 body lengths through the 75-metre mark. Ethan Dennison sitting in 2nd place. has the body length clear of a tight battle between Billy, Thomas and Gary for that third place in this opening 75 metres of our boys 12 years 200 metre breaststroke final. Through the first 100 in a swift 1:18.51, Gabriel leads. Ethan remains in second place. Now Gary Wang has now moved into third. As we move down our third 50, Gabriel Yeo continues to hold that lead over his rivals and he's extended it out to 8 metres. Ethan Dennison is holding on to second place and has a body length lead over a tight battle between Gary Wang and Thomas Johnson. It has been a very classy swim so far by Gabriel out in front. He's had control of the race since the start. His strokes looks really composed. He's getting great distance out of every stroke as he drives forward down this final 50. Ethan Dennison remains in second place. Our athlete from Westbourne Swim Club has held on to second place behind Gabriel, and finishing really strongly is Gary Wang. So Gary Wang is now trying to close down on Ethan in that battle for second and third, but it is all Gabriel out in front. And a really impressive swim in a 2:44.77, takes the state title out. Ethan Dennison is going to be second into the wall, with Gary Wang in third.
Announcing the medalists for event 166, the girls 12-year-old 200 metre breaststroke. Winner of the bronze medal from MLC Aquatic, Catherine Liu. Winner of the silver medal from Ringwood, Micah Chow. Winner of the gold visitor medal from Phoenix Aquatics New Zealand in a time of 2:46.93, April Lynn. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 2:52.67 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Angelina Shang. Please welcome our gold medalist, who is now down on pool deck with Kalia.
Guys, I'm here with April, your breaststroke medalist winner, all the way over from Auckland. April, it's your first time coming over to Melbourne. What's the experience been like for you?
The pool's great, but the weather's a bit cold. It's freezing and I'm freezing now. And when I jump in the pool, my toes are burning because I'm wearing Crocs, and then when I jump in the pool, it's freezing.
Now, you've travelled over with your team, your family's at home. They're going to get to tune in and watch you during this interview, which is a great experience for them. Is there anything you want to say to those guys?
I love my family and they support me so much. So I love you guys.
Now, you've put together an incredible 200. You have the 100 tomorrow night. What can we expect to see from you there?
I want to sprint on the first 50 and then do whatever I can on the second 50 and hold it.
Well, congratulations on your gold medal tonight and best of luck for the rest of your swims.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, April Lynn.
Introducing the finalists for event 168, the girls 13-year-old 50 metre freestyle. In lane 0 from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Eve Dunstan. In lane 1 from Henley and Grange, Chloe Batalana. In lane 2 from Parnell Swimming New Zealand, Indy Herbert. In lane 3 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Zoe Clemenson. In lane 4 from Nunawading Swimming Club, Jemana Farmy. In lane 5 from Western Aquatic Academy, Amelia Brufton. In lane 6 from Camberwell Grammar, Kira Stubbings. In lane 7 from Nunawading, Ada Jinzin Zhuang. In lane 8 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Lucy Doyle. And in lane 9 from Ballarat Swimming Club, Astrid Buchanan. These are your finalists for event 168, the girls' 13-year-old 50-metre freestyle.
So we're off to a really fast start here in the girls' 13 years 50 freestyle. Through that first 15 metres, it is Jemana Farmy who leads just ahead of Zoe Clemenson. She's maintaining that lead through to the 35-metre mark. The margin is reducing though. Zoe Clemenson's coming right up alongside her as they go underneath the flags and down into touch together. It will be Zoe Clemenson who does get the touch. Jemana Farmy in second and Amelia Broughton in third.
Announcing the medalists for event 167, the boys' 12-year-old 200-metre breaststroke. Winner of the bronze medal from Caulfield Aquatics, Gary Wang. Winner of the silver medal from Westbourne Swim Club, Ethan Dennison. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 2:44.77 from Nunawading, Gabriel Leo. Introducing the finalists for event 169, the boys' 13-year-old 50-metre freestyle. In lane 0 from Wodonga City, Cooper Scott. In lane 1 from Western Aquatic, Ethan Carr. In lane 2 from South Gippsland Bass, Archie Smith. In lane 3 from Surrey Park, Peter Kim. In lane 4 from Nunawading, Lincoln Hall. In lane 5 from Nunawading, Lachlan Bull. In lane 6 from Caulfield Aquatics, Oscar Zhu. In lane 7 from Emmanuel, Blake Allen. In lane 8 from Nunawading Swimming Club, Thomas Poppins. And in lane 9 from Surrey Park, Evan Ningam. These are your finalists for event 169, the boys' 13-year-old 50-metre freestyle.
Staying under the water the longest was Lincoln Hall, and he does lead through the 15-metre mark, but it is an incredibly tight race for our boys, 13 years 50 freestyle. There's 8 across the pool, in with a chance to take out this state title with 15 metres left to swim. It is the centre of the pool that are slightly in front, Lincoln Bull, Lachlan Hall, and they go to the wall together. It will be Lachlan Bull who just takes it out, ahead of Archie Smith, with Oscar Zhu in third. What a race there from our 13-year-old boys.
Announcing the medalists for event 168, the girls' 13-year-old 50-metre freestyle. Winner of the bronze medal from Western Aquatic Academy, Amelia Broughton. Winner of the silver medal from Nunawading, Jemana Farmy. And winner of the gold medal from Melbourne Swimming Club in a time of 26.94, Zoe Clemenson. Please welcome our gold medalist who is now on pool deck with Kalia. Introducing the medalists, introducing the finalists for event 170, the girls 14-year-old 50-metre backstroke. In lane 0 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Audriana David. In lane 1 from MLC Aquatic, Matilda Young. In lane 2 from Surrey Park, Sierra Kaufman. In lane 3 from MLC Aquatic, Hei Chin Henrietta Wong. In lane 4 from Phoenix Aquatics New Zealand, Jade Lyles. In lane 5 from Parnell Swimming New Zealand, Mackenzie Tobin. In lane 6 from Essendon District, Megan Lee. In lane 7 from Melbourne Vic Centre, Tiffany Miette. In lane 8 from Nunawading, Mia Huang. And in lane 9 from Melbourne Vic Centre, Taylor Miller. These are your finalists for event 170, the girls 14-year-old 50-metre backstroke.
Away we go, the 14-year-old 50-metre backstroke for our girls. This race shaping up to be a little bit of a New Zealand versus Victorian race, with the centre lanes being taken up by our visitors, both almost breaking under the 30-second barrier, and they're already out to a bit of a lead ever so slightly, ahead of Henrietta Wong in 3 and Megan Lee in 6. It's going to be Mackenzie Tobin as they lunge for the wall. The time, 29.75. Jade Lyles in second, 30.17. Megan Lee, your Victorian gold medalist, 30.55, ahead of Henrietta, and Sierra Kaufman finishes with the Victorian bronze.
Introducing the finalists for event 171, the boys 14-year-old 50-metre backstroke. In lane 0 from Surrey Park, Christopher Lee. In lane 1 from St Kevin's College Swimming Club, Broderick Coyne. In lane 2 from Nunawading, Chris Xu. In lane 3 from Nunawading, Hang Tang Wang. In lane 4 from Nunawading, Aidan Ramos. In lane 5 from Surrey Park, Isaac Ismail. In lane 6 from UWC East, Joshua Chin. In lane 7 from Caulfield Aquatics, Kepler Schneiders. In lane 8 from Flyers Swim Team, Daniel Collins. And in lane 9 from Brighton Grammar, Aidan Tang. These are your finalists for event 171, the boys 14-year-old 50-metre backstroke.
Our boys are often racing in the 14 years 50-metre backstroke, and popping up right at that 15-metre mark was Aidan Ramos, and he has taken the lead through to the 25. He's got a quarter of a body length over the rest of the field. He set a pretty strong time in this morning's heat session of a 27.58, and he is going to try and chase down Nick Gromwald's state record. With 5 metres left to swim, he's pulled clear of the rest of the field. He goes into touch, 27.43. Hang Tang Wang in second, and Isaac Ismail in third.
Announcing the medalists for event 170, the girls' 14-year-old 50-metre backstroke. Winner of the bronze medal from Surrey Park, Sierra Kaufman. Winner of the silver visitor medal from Phoenix Aquatics, New Zealand, Jade Lyles. Winner of the silver Victorian medal from MLC Aquatic, Hei Chin Henrietta Wong. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 30.55 from Essendon District Aquatic, Megan Lee. Winner of the gold visitor medal in a time of 29.75 from Parnell Swimming New Zealand, Mackenzie Tobin. Introducing the finalists for event 172, the girls' 15-year-old 50-metre backstroke. In lane 0 from Nunawading, Lily Chan. In lane 1 from Melbourne, Zara Jeffrey. In lane 2 from Swimming SA, Jasmine Linky. In lane 3 from Bendigo East, Asia Vong Sutton. In lane 4 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Zara Olawani. In lane 5 from United Swimming Club New Zealand, Mila Tongalia. In lane 6 from Fairbank Aquastars, Phoebe Scarf. In lane 7 from Nunawading, Kira Jeffs. In lane 8 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Vera Zhang. And in lane 9 from Camberwell Grammar, Matilda Clark. These are your finalists for event 172, the girls' 15-year-old 50-metre backstroke.
Up and away now, the 15-year-old girls, a 50 backstroke. Most of the girls surfacing at the same time, staying under that little bit longer was Mila Tongalia in lane 5. Early lead though goes to Zara Olawani in the centre. She was under 30 in the heats. She's starting to pull clear of the field. Sitting in second, it's close between Zara Jeffrey and Azia Fong Sutton. Also coming into the mix is Phoebe Scarf. It will be Zara though who takes this one out, 29.64 ahead of Miller. And then into that second Victorian spot, Zara Jeffrey, with third going to Azia.
Announcing the medalists for event 171, the boys' 14-year-old 50-metre backstroke. Winner of the bronze medal from Surrey Park, Isaac Ismail. Winner of the silver medal from Nunawading, Hang Tang Wang. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 27.43 from Nunawading, Aidan Ramos. Introducing the finalists of event 173, the boys' 15-year-old 50-metre backstroke. In lane 0 from Fairbank Aquastars, Angus Yule. In lane 1 from Caulfield Aquatics, Freddie Tomlinson. In lane 2 from Friends Swimming, Alex Stevens. In lane 3 from Ivanhoe Swim, Campbell Mills. In lane 4 from Emmanuel, Isaac Allen. In lane 5 from Ballarat Gold, Oliver Kaleo. In lane 6 from Camberwell Grammar, Liam Paulson. In lane 7 from PLC Aquatic, Jack Trinides. In lane 8 from Ballarat Gold, Mason Firth. And in lane 9 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Benjamin Van Dyck. These are your finalists for event 173, the boys' 15-year-old 50-metre backstroke.
So nice even start across the field here for our boys, 15 years, 50 backstroke. As they move towards the 25-metre mark, it's still nice and even across the field with 6 swimmers in with the contention to take out this title. In lane 4, Isaac Allen has started to pull clear in this final 25, and he is going to go in under the flags with a strong lead and take it out in a 27.36. Head of Campbell Mills in second. Liam Paulson touches the wall in third, getting the second place Victorian, with Oliver Kaleo in bronze.
Announcing the medalists for event 172, the girls' 15-year-old 50-metre backstroke. Winner of the bronze medal from Bendigo East, Azia Fong Sutton. Winner of the silver visitor medal from United Swimming Club New Zealand, Mila Tongalia. Winner of the silver Victorian medal from Melbourne Swimming Club, Zara Jeffrey. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 29.64 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Zara Olawani. Introducing the finalists for event 174, the girls' 16-year-old 200-metre butterfly. In lane 0 from Nunna Cheltenham Swimming Club, Alexandra Isborn. In lane 1 from Ivanhoe Swim, Emerson Hoggan. In lane 2 from D5, Logan Shelley. In lane 3 from Ivanhoe Swim, Jemima Hale. In lane 4 from Ballarat Swimming Club, Ava Candy. In lane 5 from Melton, Chloe Burke. In lane 6 from Caulfield Aquatics, Mia Bates. In lane 7 from Tiger Sharks, Alexia Legg. In lane 8 from Holwick, Pakuranga, New Zealand, Leah Yang. In lane 9 from Nunawading, Lucy Doyle. These are your finalists for event 174, the girls' 16-year-old 200-metre butterfly.
In the water now, we have our next 200-metre butterfly race. It's the 16-year-old girls. Getting away nicely in lane 6 was Mia Bates. She's taking this first 25 out beautifully as we just start to see the centre lanes join her out in the front. There's already starting to become a little bit of a pack leading us through.
So it will be Ava Candy just ahead of Chloe Burke and Mia Bates as we approach this first turn. So Ava turns through in 30.57. Chloe sitting in second place. Logan and Mia close behind in third and fourth. As we head towards our 75-metre mark here for our girls' 200-metre butterfly, it is Ava Candy who maintains her lead ahead of Chloe Burke, with Mia now into a clear third place.
Across all of our 200 fly races tonight, we've seen a few different strategies employed. We have seen a couple of our athletes take it out really, really hard in this first 100, separate themselves from the group and then hold on nicely. We've also seen some incredible chases down this final lap. As we turn at the 100, Ava Candy leads ahead of Chloe Burke and Logan Shelley. Can anyone make up that little bit of ground? Is anyone going to be able to fight hard enough to overtake this lead? Chloe Burke has that momentum. She's looking like she's pulling up alongside Ava Candy, and those two, when we turn for that final 50, I think they're going to be quite close.
So Ava Candy has now started to respond in this third 50, holding off Chloe Burke's early charge. She leads by a body length. Chloe works through that turn nice and quickly to close it down ever so slightly, with Jemima Hale and Mia Bates turning together into their last 50. But with 25 metres left to swim, it is Ava Candy who is in control here for our 16-year-old girls in this Turner butterfly. She's pulled out to a 2 body length advantage. She's in control, our athlete from Ballarat Swimming Club.
Ava Candy, what a spectacular final 50 for her. No one is going to catch this girl as she comes down under the flags to take out the 16-year-olds in a 2:18.78 ahead of Chloe Burke. And then touching in third, it's stroke for stroke onto the wall, but it will be Jemima Hale in a 2:26.30.
Announcing the medalists for event 173, the boys 15-year-old 50-metre backstroke. Winner of the bronze medal from Ballarat Gold, Oliver Kaleo. Winner of the silver medal from Camberwell Grammar Aquatic, Liam Paulson. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 27.67 from Ivanhoe Swim, Campbell Mills. And winner of the gold visitor medal from Emmanuel in a time of 27.36, Isaac Allen. Introducing the finalists for event 175, the boys 16-year-old 200-metre butterfly. In lane 0 from Nunawading, Scott Robinson. In lane 1 from Terrelgan, Brodie Cargill. In lane 2 from Oasis Otters, Daniel Atkinson. In lane 3 from Bayside Swimming, Matthew Moran. In lane 4 from the Hobart Aquatic Club, William Botterell James. In lane 5 from Swimming SA, Oscar Dingwall. In lane 6 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Sam Hartley. In lane 7 from Ivanhoe Swim, Eli Billman. In lane 8 from Westbourne, Luca Henderson. And in lane 9 from Terrelgan, Cody Said. These are your finalists for event 175, the boys 16-year-old 200-metre butterfly.
So we are underway for our boys 16 years, 200 butterfly, and as expected, Eli Billman off to a really strong start out in lane 7. He's using that speed he has as the Victorian record holder in the 50 butterfly as he carries himself down towards this 50-metre turn.
Yeah, I certainly think in the heats of this event this morning, there were quite a few athletes holding back a little bit. I expect to see some much faster times on the board at the conclusion of this race. As they turn at the 50, Eli out in the 28.04, Oscar Dingwall in second, 28.12, and then it was Matthew Moran in third, 28.50. We know a few of these boys do a lot of those distance events, so they should be pretty strong in the second half as they come down into that halfway point point, Oscar Dingwall now still going out in front with Eli Billman, but Eli looking like he might hold on to the lead on that touch. It is close, 7 100ths between them. Oscar just in front now of Eli Billman, and Brody Cargill put together a great 50 there to push his way up into that bronze medal spot, or silver Victorian, I should say.
Now making his move through the middle of the pool is Williams. So in lane 4, he's entering the party. So with 75 metres to go, it is a race in 4. Oscar Dingwall has taken over the lead ahead of Eli Billman, with William coming really strong.
Yeah, definitely keep an eye on Brody there. He's had one of the fastest splits in the field at a 33.5. He loves the race to the finish as well. He is now joining that lead group of Oscar Dingwall and Eli Billman. Williams starting to shift up alongside Oscar as well. Early leaders falling off. Momentum swinging the way of Brody. Eli trying to hold on. It is going to be Eli still out in front, the leader for Victoria. Can Brody get there in second ahead of Oscar Dingwall? Eli Billman, 209.21, takes the win there ahead of Brody Cargill, 210.03, with Oscar Dingwall in third, and our third place Victorian Matthew Moran.
Announcing the medalists for event 169, the boys 13-year-old 50-metre freestyle. Winner of the bronze medal from Caulfield Aquatics, Oscar Zhu. Winner of the silver medal from South Gippsland Bass, Archie Smith. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 25.74 from Nunawading, Lachlan Bull. Announcing the medalists for event 164, the girls at 12 to 18 200-metre freestyle multiclass. The 12 to 13-year-old age group, winner of the bronze visitor medal from Kenttown, Flora Braithwaite. Winner of the bronze Victorian medal from Bendigo Hawks, Adele York. Winner of the silver visitor medal from Swimming SA, Paige Duffy. Winner of the silver Victorian medal from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Jessica McDermott. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 2:42.03 from Sale, Mackenzie Gibbs. The 14 to 15-year-old age group, winner of the bronze Victorian medal from Essendon, Molly Griffin. Winner of this bronze medal, Al Feely. Winner of the silver medal from Northern Territory, Sarah Hancock. Winner of the silver Victorian medal from Geelong Swimming Club, Evie Lee. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 2:28.56 from South Gippsland, Gemma Cook. The girls 16 to 18-year-old age group. Winner of the bronze Victorian medal from Warragul, Tyra Jensen. Winner of the bronze visitor medal from Northern Territory, Aiko Buckland. Winner of the silver Victorian medal from Ivanhoe Swim, Grace Ryder. Winner of the silver visitor medal from Wakantani Swimming Club, New Zealand, Chloe Gladwin. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 2:21.03 from Warragul, Ava Dennis. Announcing the medalists for event 174, the girls 16-year-old 200-metre butterfly. Winner of the bronze medal from Ivanhoe Swim, Jemima Hale. Winner of the silver medal from Melton, Chloe Burke. And winner of the gold medal from Ballarat in a time of 2:18.78, Ava Candy. Introducing the finalists for event 176, the girls 17 to 18 50-metre backstroke. In lane 0 from MLC Aquatic, Grace Cox. In lane 1 from Ballarat Gold, Claire Matheson. In lane 2 from Terrelgan Swimming Club, Olivia Bailey. In lane 3 from Corford Aquatics, Amelia Kennedy. In lane 4 from Phoenix Swim Club, Isabel Sheldrick. In lane 5 from Swimming SA, Macy Pronk. In lane 6 from Melbourne Vic Centre, Emily Tullock. In lane 7 from Ballarat Gold, Zoe Schneider. In lane 8 from Essendon District, Indy Sporich. And in lane 9 from Surrey Park, Grace Richards. These are your finalists for event 176, the girls 17 to 18 50-metre backstroke.
So we're underway here in the final of the girls 17-18 50-metre backstroke, and a really strong start in the centre of the pool from Isabella. She chased down the age all-comers record of a 28.75. She leads through the 35-metre mark by almost a body length over the rest of the field. It's a really strong performance and a tight battle behind her for all the minor medals, but it will be Isabel who's going to take this out in a nice time of 29.49. Dead heat for second between Maisie and Emily. Emily taking hold of the gold for Victoria, with Amelia Kennedy in third.
Announcing the medalists for event 175, the boys 16-year-old 200-metre butterfly. Winner of the bronze visitor medal from Swimming SA, Oscar Dingwall. Winner of the bronze Victorian medal from Bayside, Matthew Moran. Winner of the silver medal from Traralgon, Brodie Cargill. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 2:09.21 from Ivanhoe Swim, Eli Billman. Announcing the medalists for event 165, the boys 12 to 18 200-metre freestyle multiclass, the 12 to 13-year-old age group. Winner of the bronze Victorian medal from Essendon District, Jaden Brooks. Winner of the bronze visitor medal from St Paul's Swimming Club, New Zealand, Charlie Alderton. Winner of the silver Victorian medal from South Gippsland Bass, Darby Smith. Winner of the silver visitor medal from Northern Territory, Fletcher Hewitt. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 2:34.55 from South Gippsland Bass, Levi Jarrett. The 14 to 15-year-old age group. Winner of the bronze medal from Warrnambool, Eli Kerr. Winner of the silver medal from Yarra Plenty Waves, Cooper Harrington. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 2:20.09 from Camberwell Grammar Aquatic, Mingzi Pang. The 16 to 18-year-old age group. Winner of the silver Victorian medal from Western Aquatic Academy, Joshua Briggs. Winner of the silver visitor medal from Northern Territory, Sean Dutch. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 2:13.88 from Traralgon, Lockie Bellion. Introducing the finalists for event 177, the boys 17 to 18-year-old 50-metre backstroke. In lane 0 from Ballarat Gold, Jack Lanyon. In lane 1 from Traralgon, Darcy Connell. In lane 2 from Nunawading, Xavier Aguri. In lane 3 from Swimming SA, Luke Montes. In lane 4 from Caulfield Aquatics, Campbell Wilson Moran. In lane 5 from Swimming SA, Logan Reek. In lane 6 from Nunawading, Jake Ridley. In lane 7 from Westbourne Swim Club, Owen Kruger. In lane 8 from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Blake Hughes. In lane 9 from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Lucas Kay. These are your finalists for event 177, the boys 17 to 18 50-metre backstroke.
Off we go with our 17-18 boys, 50-metre backstroke. Quick starts across the pool for this splash and dash. Campbell Wilson Moran in lane 4, starting to show a little bit of dominance now. Through to the 35, out with half a body length on Logan Reek. It's the race for bronze here, though. Absolutely a straight line across the pool, but the winner will be Campbell. 25.87, not far behind Logan Reek, and 26.64. Your second place Victorian, Owen Kruger, and the bronze going over in lane 1 to Darcy Connell.
Announcing the medalists for event 176, the girls 17 to 18 50-metre backstroke. Winner of the bronze medal from Ballarat Gold, Claire Matheson. Winner of the silver visitor medal from Swimming SA, Macy Pronk. Winner of the silver Victorian medal from Caulfield Aquatics, Amelia Kennedy. Winner of the gold visitor medal from Phoenix Swim Club, Isabel Sheldrick. And winner of the gold Victorian medal in a time of 30.70 from Melbourne Vic Centre, Emily Tulloch. Introducing the finalists for event 178, the girls 12-year-old 50-metre freestyle. In lane 0 from MLC Aquatic, On Cue Eve Hugh. In lane 1 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Charlotte Ford. In lane 2 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Ali Wang. In lane 3 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Victoria Dang. In lane 4 from Laverton Wyndham Aquatics, Claire Danny. In lane 5 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Mackenzie Wilson. In lane 6 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Angelina Shang. In lane 7 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Mariella Simmons. In lane 8 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Abigail Chan. And in lane 9 from Surrey Park, Mia Clements. These are your finalists for event 178, the girls 12-year-old 50-metre freestyle.
So we're underway here in the final of the girls 12 years 50 freestyle. They were all flying in this morning's heat session, and they continue to do that through this opening 25. It is Claire who leads through the 25-metre mark, just ahead of Ellie and Angelina. With 15 metres left to swim, those three have got a slight advantage over the rest of the field as they come down under the flag together. It will be Angelina who's slided to pull away, and she does get the touch there in 28.30. Claire Danny in second, and Victoria Dan comes late for third.
Announcing the medalists for event 177, the boys 17 to 18 50-metre backstroke. Winner of the bronze medal from Terrelgan, Darcy Connell. Winner of the silver medal from Westbourne Swim Club, Owen Kruger. Winner of the silver visitor medal from Swimming SA, Logan Reek. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 25.87 from Caulfield Aquatics, Campbell Wilson Moran. Introducing the finalists for event 179, the boys 12-year-old 50-metre freestyle. In lane 0 from Southeast Swimming Club, Lawrence Gao. In lane 1 from Geelong, William Zhang. In lane 2 from Doncaster Templestowe, Ian Zhou. In lane 3 from Wodonga City, Billy Main. In lane 4 from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Thomas Grasso. In lane 5 from Nunawading, Tommy Zhao. In lane 6 from Furbank Aquastars, Zane Tenyi. In lane 7 from Yarra Plenty, Hong Hung Q. In lane 8 from DBE Aquatic, Jason Wang. In lane 9 from Haileybury, Yi Yang. These are your finalists for event 179, the boys 12-year-old 50-metre freestyle.
Twelve-year-old boys, fast and furious, getting up very quickly. There was Zane in lane 6, starting to pull into the lead though. Here's our lane 4 swimmer, Thomas Grasso. He had a great swim, has a 26.87 this morning, and he is flying through this 50. Half a body length behind is Tommy Zhao. Onto the wall, it will be Thomas Grasso, 26.43. Tommy in second, 27.42. And Billy Main for the bronze, 27.44.
We have an infraction report for event 178, heat number 1. The swimmer in lane 4 initiated a start before the signal. That's event 178, heat 1, lane 4. Announcing the medalists for event 178, the girls 12-year-old 50-metre freestyle. Winner of the bronze medal from Melbourne Swimming Club, Mackenzie Wilson. Winner of the silver medal from Melbourne Swimming Club, Victoria Dang. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 28.30 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Angelina Shang. Introducing the finalists for event 180, the girls 13-year-old 100-metre breaststroke. In lane 0 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Chelsea Zhang. In lane 1 from D5, Madeline Anderson. In lane 2 from Nunawading, Anis Ziji Wu. In lane 3 from Nunawading, Anna Kang. In lane 4 from South Gippsland Bass, Emily Croato. In lane 5 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Kimberly Chen. In lane 6 from Emmanuel, Alexandra Haneka. In lane 7 from Nunawading, Annabella Kim. In lane 8 from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Amelie Dior Vilichkovsky. In lane 9 from Nunawading, Summer Zhu. These are your finalists for event 180, the girls' 13-year-old 100-metre breaststroke.
So our 13-year-olds are underway in their final of the 100-metre breaststroke, with Emily Croato off to a nice strong start in the centre of the pool, and Anna Kang also going with her in the first 25. We saw Emily put together a really strong heat swim this morning of a 1:15.48. She does have a half body length lead over Anna Kang as they head towards that 50-metre turn. So Emily leads through in a 35.56. Ahead of Anna, with Kimberly Chen sitting in third place. A really strong turn there from Emily Croato. Our athlete from South Gippsland Bass has extended her lead out to a full body length. Kimberly Chen's now moved into second place and Anna Kang in third. With 25 metres left to swim, Kimberly's starting to make a little bit of a move and has reduced the margin to 3/4 of body length. Anna Kang is also holding on nice and strongly down this second 50. It is Emily Croato who leads underneath the flags and comes in to take out the state title in a 1:15.00. Kimberly Chen in second and Anna Kang in third.
Announcing the medalists for event 179, the boys' 12-year-old 50-metre freestyle. Winner of the bronze medal from Wodonga City, Billy Main. Winner of the silver medal from Nunawading, Tommy Zhao. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 26.43 from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Thomas Grasso. Please welcome our gold medalist, who is now down on pool deck with Kalia.
Freestyle was so fast, and you've just told me that's not even an event you work for. So how do you come into so many different races across this week and reset and refocus before each one?
I don't know, just the training, and it just gets me through every race with get my fitness becomes better every training, so yeah.
Hear that, everyone? Training, that's the key. Now, if I trained, I still don't think I could swim a 26. But you have just absolutely smashed everyone else in the pool. When you're racing an event like the 50 and it's over so quickly, what do you think about, and can you see those other athletes around you?
I can maybe see their splashes while I'm swimming, but I just think about going as fast as I can and kicking hard.
Now, you've told me you've got a couple more races to go tomorrow. What's the plan now? Go swim down, recovery? What comes next for you?
Yeah, I'll go cool down, and luckily one of my races is a straight final, so I'll just go straight to the finals for that, and then 100 breaststroke, which I need to work on, but I'll see how I go.
Well, I hope you have a little bit of room and a little bit of time for a celebration. Congratulations on your gold medal tonight.
Thank you.
Introducing the finalists for event 181, the boys' 13-year-old 100-metre breaststroke. In lane 0 from Essendon District, Daniel Mancini. In lane 1 from Henley and Grange, Jacob Tucker. In lane 2 from Nunawading, Alistair Ho. In lane 3 from Geelong, Noah Tucker. In lane 4 from Nunawading, Lachlan Bull. In lane 5 from Surrey Park, Peter Kim. In lane 6 from Phoenix Aquatics New Zealand, Tim Way. In lane 7 from Condinia Perans Swim Club, Raymond Grave. In lane 8 from Surrey Park, Jaden Zhang. And in lane 9 from Melbourne Swimming Club, James Bigelar. These are your finalists for event 181, the boys 13-year-old 100-metre breaststroke.
Our 13-year-old boys are often racing in their final of the 100-metre breaststroke. It is a nice even start across the field through this opening 25. Lachlan Bull, Peter Kim hold a slight lead ahead of Noah Tucker. Also in contention is Jacob Tucker and Tim. As we approach this 50-metre turn, Peter Kim has now pulled out to a slight lead over Lachlan Bull, with Noah Tucker sitting in third place.
Very similar on the underwater from both of those boys, with Peter Kim holding on to that lead. But we're just starting to see Lachlan Bull dig in that little bit deeper. He looks like he might nearly coming up alongside Peter Kim with 25 metres left to swim.
As we head underneath that false start rope, it is going to be a battle between Lachlan Bull and Peter Kim. They're going stroke for stroke with 10 metres left to swim. It's all going to be about who can get their hands on the wall on that full stroke. Lachlan reaches out for the wall and gets it in a 1:10.18. Peter Kim in second and Noah Tucker in third.
Announcing the medalist for event 180, the girls 13-year-old 100-metre breaststroke. Winner of the bronze medal from Nunawading, Anna Kang. Winner of the silver medal from Melbourne Swimming Club, Kimberly Chan. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 1:15.00 from South Gippsland Bass, Emily Croato. Introducing the finalists for event 182, the girls 14-year-old 100-metre breaststroke. In lane 0 from Melbourne Vic Centre, Bessie Pringle. In lane 1 from Bendigo East, Mila Abley. In lane 2 from Furbank Aquastars, Charlotte Kelly. In lane 3 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Tess Izzard. In lane 4 from MLC Aquatic, Lucy Reid. In lane 5 from MLC Aquatic, Lucy Ma. In lane 6 from Surrey Park, Amelia Grover. In lane 7 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Renee Lister. In lane 8 from MLC Aquatic, Matilda Young. And in lane 9 from Nunawading, Macy Graves. These are your finalists for event 182, the girls 14-year-old 100-metre breaststroke.
Here we go now, 14-year-old girls, 100 metres breaststroke. It was a great split stroke from Lucy Ma in lane 5. Challenging her will be her teammate Lucy Reid. So the centre of the pool, Lucy v Lucy. A few other teammates across this field in Tess Izzard and Renee Lister, who are also going out pretty well down this first 50. As we come into the turn, your leader still looks to be Lucy Ma, ahead of Charlotte Kelly over in lane 2.
So it is Lucy Ma who leads through this first 50 from Lucy Reed. Charlotte Kelly sitting in third place as we've got 35 metres left to swim. Those three have a bit of a lead over Tess Izzard. So Lucy Ma continues to extend her lead down this third 25 and into the final 25. She's clearly in control of this race.
Yeah, Lucy Ma looks to have this one wrapped up, but that race for second and in particular third, Lucy Reed looks like the silver's around her neck now, but it's going to be between Tess Izzard and Amelia Grover for timing their touch onto the wall. It was a bit of a glide, but Tess will get there. So Lucy Ma first, Lucy Reed second, and Tess Izzard third.
Announcing the medalists for event 181, the boys 13-year-old 100-metre breaststroke. Winner of the bronze medal from Geelong, Noah Tucker. Winner of the silver medal from Surrey Park, Peter Kim. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 1:10.18 from Nunawading, Lachlan Bull. Introducing the finalists for event 183, the boys 14-year-old 100-metre breaststroke. In lane 0 from Brighton Grammar, Aidan Tang. In lane 1 from Nunawading, Hang Tang Wang. In lane 2 from Ivanhoe Swim, Andrew Spencer. In lane 3 from Japan, Kaito Hirakawa. In lane 4 from Phoenix Aquatics New Zealand, Michael Yang. In lane 5 from Camberwell Grammar, Quinn Richards. In lane 6 from Nunawading, Jaden Zhang. In lane 7 from Melbourne Swimming Club, Adriano Mariani. In lane 8 from Nunawading, Arjan Shahal. And in lane 9 from Brighton Grammar, Yizi Ma. These are your finalists for event 183, the boys 14-year-old 100-metre breaststroke.
And we are underway in our final event of the night, the boys 14 years 100 breaststroke. And in the centre of the pool, it is Quinn Richards off to a rapid start. We know he's the state record holder over the 50-metre event. Can he chase down this 100-metre time?
Yeah, he's got such front-end speed in this 100-metre breaststroke, and he's certainly showcasing that down this first 50. Michael Yang has really shown that he's better at the back half of these races, so expect to see him start to make up a little bit of ground potentially down this second 50. It'll be Quinn that goes through in first, 30.65, ahead of Michael Yang, 31.40, and Jaden Zhang in third.
So as we approach the final 25 metres, it is still Quinn by a body length over Michael Yang. He's holding that lead he established in the first 50. He's got 15 metres left to swim. He's chasing down William Petrick's Victorian state record. He's given himself every chance to hit that mark as he comes underneath the flags and onto the wall in a 105.66. Misses it by 1/10 of a second. Michael Yang in second. Jaden in third with a second place Victorian, and Andrew Spencer picks up a bronze.
Announcing the medalists for event 182, the girls 14-year-old 100-metre breaststroke. Winner of the bronze medal from Yarra Plenty Waves, Tess Izzard. Winner of the silver medal from MLC Aquatic, Lucy Reed. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 1:12.87 from MLC Aquatic, Lucy Ma. Announcing the medalists for event 183, the boys 14-year-old 100-metre breaststroke. Winner of the bronze medal from Ivanhoe Swim, Andrew Spencer. Winner of the silver medal from Phoenix Aquatics, New Zealand, Michael Yang. Winner of the silver Victorian medal from Nunawading, Jaden Zhang. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 1:05.66 from Camberwell Grammar, Quinn Richards.
And that concludes a magnificent evening of swimming for session 9 of our 2025-2026 Mattioli Victorian Age Long Course Championships. We thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you for the final day of action, kicking off with the heat session at 8:30 tomorrow morning. But for now, goodbye.